What's up, everybody? It's your boys, the Martian Knights. We're here with the first and hopefully last podcast we ever make. By popular demand, we bringing it right here. We're in the Martian Knights HQ studio.
Hey, it's Wesker Punch, and you've been hearing Vice introduce us. And right now, we're just sitting here in our propaganda station. Tentative name.
In the Martian Knights propaganda station. You see, I got everything you could ever want.
Yep. Drinks, food, Pokemon Yellow.
Anime graffiti. It's bumping. It's a great place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is pretty much your show, so start us off.
Yeah, obviously this is going to be a podcast, and so we're just going to be talking and discussing some things recently that we've been thinking about.
You've been thinking about.
Right. Anyway,
I don't even know what we're going to be talking about.
I showed you the list, but
no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You told me the list.
Yeah. We're just showing you my words.
Whatever.
Anyway, so Vice and I, we've been playing...
That's me.
Yeah, we've been playing a game that we really want to make a Let's Play of. But Nintendo really doesn't want us to make a Let's Play of. Can you guess what it is, Vice?
Yeah. What is it?
Yes.
F-Zero GX?
No, we can play that one.
Oh, okay. Is it Luigi's Mansion?
No, we played that one already.
We did?
No.
It's Mario Odyssey.
Yes, Super Mario Odyssey.
I really did want to make a Let's Play about it, and we were really considering it, but we just figured Nintendo would grab us by the balls and say, No, you can't do that!
Yeah, we were... Okay, so I liked Super Mario Galaxy, but I didn't like it as much as Sunshine. Sunshine is my favorite 3D Mario game.
It's my favorite 3D Mario game, too. It's one of the best games ever made.
It's full of atmosphere. There's no ice levels, but frankly, I don't care.
We'll come back to that, because when we're talking about one of the things, the criticisms I have about Mario Odyssey.
Oh, okay. Well, concerning Odyssey, we recently played through it. Took us about a month of on and off just playing it.
Mostly off.
Yeah.
That's why it took so long.
Uh-huh. Because it's actually a short game.
We also had to spend like a whole day trying to win the world record at Bound Bowl.
Oh, yeah. We were in the top 2,000 for Bound Bowl.
Yeah.
And we were proud of that.
We're very proud of that. We took the Switch, actually took it to Burger King to play it, just to practice and work out the mathematics of how to get optimum bouncage.
Yeah, Burger King is our hyperbolic time chamber, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitchell, we're calling you out. Beat us, bitch. But you can't.
You can't do it, Stinky Mitchell. You don't have the bound ball.
Don't have the bound balls. Don't have the gall to get these balls, kid. Everything about the game I found was tight. There was this one weak level we discussed.
Except the controls. Oh, what? All right.
Except the tightest thing about the game, yeah.
I don't like the controls.
We don't like the controls.
Are we talking about the same level? The bad level?
Yeah, the bad level we both said we didn't like.
Yeah, that was the one that tried. It didn't even try to be Super Mario Sunshine, but I looked at it and it said Seaside Kingdom, and I thought, wow, that's probably going to be like Sunshine. And it wasn't at all. It was just a desert with some water. Yeah,
we're talking about that really sandy place with the octopus in the bottle.
The octopus, which is funny because when you hit him with the corks, it looks like the lava bursts off his head, but it looks like he's fucking bleeding. Which I thought was pretty brutal for a Mario game.
Yeah. I liked the possession. Sorry, not the possession, but the capture you could get. Ooh, cappy capture. The flood inspired, like sort of like how it's the hover nozzle and also the turbo nozzle with the water.
You told me you
creature.
didn't like that because it just reminded you that you could be playing a better version of this.
Well, that was my at the time thoughts, but thinking about it, I'm glad they incorporated what they had.
You couldn't
Sunshine.
even figure out how to use the flood thing. I just show you.
Yes, It was rather embarrassing.
When you were chasing the octopus, you kept flying through the air.
I kept flying
and
upwards.
Running out of water, and I kept saying, Wesker, there's a better way to do this.
Yeah, I had a stupid decision because I could have just turboed along the water. For some reason, I kept turboing into the air first and then through the air.
But other than that,
horizontally.
Other than that level, the whole game was really good in terms of atmosphere, I think.
Yeah, well...
Although
it's
Jurassic
not as...
Park was a little weak. The Lake Kingdom, I didn't see that one, but what I did see seemed to be also a little weak.
Yeah.
Except the part with the giant-ass jellyfish. That was cool.
I felt that the game wasn't... Each level... The only level I could say was probably strong... Like, really strong was Metro Kingdom, the New Donk City.
Why is it called Metro Kingdom? Why does everyone call it Metro Kingdom? I call it what it is, New Dong City.
Because you fucking open up the brochure and it says Metro Kingdom.
That's stupid. It's clearly New Dong City.
It's both.
It's more one than the other.
No.
Yes.
Okay, we're currently residing in Florida, in a town in Florida, right?
Yes.
Are we more Floridians, or are we more of that town?
I don't know, actually. I hate this town.
That is the same process with the Metro Kingdom.
Yes, fine.
And New Donk City.
Fine.
It's the same thing.
I may have
it's
been
a part
I
of
may
Metro
have
Kingdom.
been born on Olympus Mons, but I'm a Martian.
I'm not so sure about that, but
Shut the fuck up.
Well,
anyway, fine. Yeah, Metro Kingdom. We're not going to argue about the semantics of the names anymore. I thought that was the strongest one too, especially the grand finale.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the atmosphere for each one wasn't as like nailing it as I would like Sunshine was, with its just absolutely beautiful vistas and all.
That was my problem. I told you this, is that I don't feel like Odyssey had an identity.
Well, I was going to say, but I can't exactly fault the game for that because it's Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey, man.
In an Odyssey,
Even the Odyssey took place all in Greece.
Yeah.
In the surrounding areas.
Yes. But the modern concept of an Odyssey is to have an adventure and not just stay in one place.
I prefer the classical version of Odyssey, which is a long adventure of pain and suffering. And being harassed by your dad.
And mowing your child.
Yeah. And, wait, mowing your child?
Yes. You don't know about that?
No.
Not Oedipus, but what was his name? Ulysses.
Uh-huh.
No, wait.
It's
Odysseus.
It's both. Either's correct.
Odysseus. They had to get Odysseus to go on the adventure after the whole Iliad thing. And he was pretending to be insane. And because he was pretending to be insane, they wanted to know if he was just faking it or not. So they threw his child in the way when he was like mowing the fields or some shit.
Oh.
And he stopped. And that revealed that, he's not insane. So he was like, okay, get your ass on the boat.
Oh, right. I thought that was after. I thought he was trying to pretend to be this insane person. He was plowing his field with salt. Which is something that Mario actually does in Odyssey. As a gambit to lure out Bowser from his space station church on the moon.
Okay. Well, I think it was a good game. 9 out of 10.
I like the church on the moon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It reminded me of Final Fantasy IV.
Okay, I don't like it anymore. Okay, so Odyssey, the game, was one of the first games in a very long time that made me say, I like this game. This is a good game.
Because you have no taste.
Shut the fuck up. I have nothing but taste. I don't just... Everything that comes along, I don't say, oh, this is wonderful. This is the best thing ever made.
No, you eat so much spicy shit, all of your taste buds are burnt off. So you can't even taste anything but spicy shit. So all you like is spicy shit.
Yes, that's the point.
That you don't have taste.
No, I have great taste.
You have terrible taste because it's all burnt up in your fat tongue.
It burned off the old taste buds, and the new taste buds rise from the ashes, and they have super sensitivity. Anyway, I give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 9
and that's a real rating system. This is not that stacked anything below 5 is trash. This is the real system.
Well, the thing is, I can't populate.
If we're using the fake system, it's definitely like a 9.5.
I would say, if it was a rating system, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. If it was like the IGN bullshit.
10 out of 10. It could be better.
What I'm doing right now is I'm balancing between 8 or 9 out of 10 because I've heard a lot that the post game is like half the game. And right now, in our current playthrough, we are just after post game. Spoilers for Super Mario Odyssey and later Breath of the Wild, I guess. We just set foot in the Mushroom Kingdom, and we haven't even gone to the dark side of the moon yet.
I love the Mushroom Kingdom so much.
It's a nice callback.
It was a nice callback. Too bad they didn't make a fucking callback to Sunshine.
Actually, when I don't know if he was pulling my leg, but some guy I was talking to about it I said like, "Oh man, if only the Sunshine level," and he was like, "Did you get all the moons?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Well, I don't know.
Don't play me like that."
I don't know if he's bullshitting me, but I also don't want to spoil myself.
But I don't want to spoil myself either. So I guess we'll see about that. Okay, so this is for future reference. If there is indeed a Sunshine level, the rating goes up to 10.
That's about that shallow. I love Sunshine, but if they're just gonna like throw it in for fan service, it's like because like that's what they were doing for Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, but they actually
really
did it well.
It. But like, it just felt so empty too. It's like you're in a fucking crater. You're on a plateau in a crater. That's what the Mushroom Kingdom is in this game.
Again, that's how I feel. It didn't feel like it had identity. It felt like I was in a museum. It felt too video game level-y, which is I think why probably my favorite level other than New Donk City, which honestly I would have also liked New Donk City to be larger. Maybe unreasonable, I don't know. But my favorite level was Tostarena because even though it wasn't absolutely expansive, it felt like a desert. It felt like what it was supposed to be. Yeah, because it was big enough and there was a lot of sand that didn't go anywhere. That's one of the things I liked about Sunshine and by also kind of Mario 64. Although Mario 64 was a bit different.
Mario 64 was just video game levels for the most part.
Yeah, but I think they did it better than Odyssey. But anyway,
I wouldn't say that because like even though it was a fun game,
I'd say that.
Think of what is it called? Thwomp Fortress. It's like a brick tower with platforms around it.
Anyway, Sunshine, the whole world. That game, had they wanted to, could have been open world. They didn't. It probably wouldn't have been as good if they did that. But I'm just saying they could have done it because the whole.
We're talking about Sunshine.
Yes, Sunshine.
Yeah, Sunshine. Okay.
The whole level, all the levels were interconnected on this one big island, which was really cool.
They're pretty much cutting out loading times. Well, the loading times, just boring travel times. If it were open world. So I think I like it the way it is. But
that's what I said. I'm not saying it should have been open world. I'm saying it could have been if they wanted to. That's how the world was designed.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You don't know anything. All right. What's the next topic?
Well, we're still on.
Are we?
Well, yeah. Do you have anything? You're out of things.
We already gave the rating. I
Yeah.
thought the rating was the push point.
No, not.
Okay, fine. What else do you want to talk about Odyssey?
Is there anything you want to say about it?
No.
You don't want to talk about like what is it called? Dark Souls? Dark Souls World?
What Dark Souls? Oh yeah, I forgot about Dark Souls World because it was.
Forgot about the weirdest part of the game.
It was so short and it felt like another game, so I didn't remember it.
Right.
And
I'm supposed to be the forgetful one.
You are the forgetful one. You're the one who owns the freaking game.
Yes.
I don't own it. I don't have a Switch. I don't.
Yeah, but like 99% of the time I played it with you.
Whatever. Anyway, the Dark Souls Kingdom was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Although it really stands out as why the hell is this here? It feels like they had another game's assets that they needed to do something with, and they just dumped it into Mario Odyssey.
I would say that, but I really feel like they were trying to try new things with Mario. Like, we had the whole story, the story aspect. Like, even though Galaxy and Sunshine were kind of like saying, oh, Peach is kidnapped and there's a little bit of subtext. This one was like full on, like, when we started, we had like the
Boy, you about to get cut! Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowser taking your side. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, I just remembered the part I love. The ending. I guess
Oh yeah, the ending was really good.
it made me
Well,
laugh.
there's another ending past the one we're
I
talking
know,
about.
but the first ending made me cackle,
Mhm.
just rib busting, laughing. How funny that was.
I think it wrapped it up nicely, kind of like Luigi's Mansion did it, where it was just like a little bit of character moment. You know, like in Luigi's Mansion, you got Mario out and he had the fucking thing around his head, and Luigi was laughing, but then he shed a tear.
Like I told you,
It was much needed characterization and character
Yes,
interaction
yes.
between the characters because it's deeper than anything we've seen between them.
You know, I told you this. I said if this game was really an extravaganza, and it feels like if they were going to end Mario for good, this is the game they would do it. Of course, they're not going to do that, but if they were going to, this is how they would do it.
Can't wait for Super Mario Odyssey 2.
It's like O.J. Simpson. I didn't do it, but if I did do it, this is how I would have done it.
Right.
And if I was going to kill Mario, that's how I would do it. A very great extravaganza with a bad ocean level that was just a desert with some water.
I would throw in even more references to other games.
Me too.
Like, if
But
it
they
was gonna
did. You know, the 2D segments were in there.
be- Yeah, they
You got the fucking
were.
callback.
Where's the cape?
What cape?
Where's the cape?
Oh, right.
Where's
yeah.
you don't
And the Tanuki suit and the
Tanuki
big
suit.
boot. And
even throw in the frog suit.
yeah. Well,
Like it's missing some things, and like as we said, Sunshine still iffy on that.
yeah.
It's missing like a lot of the history, so I don't think that'd be the ending. Probably a Super Mario Odyssey 2 with all those elements.
But they did have that big baller segment in New Donk City where they, where you ran through the Donkey Kong shit.
Yeah, that was good when you fought Donkey Kong. You know, it's kind of maybe it's a nitpick, but one of my least favorite things about the game is that they colored the 8-bit Mario to be
Oh, right.
yeah, to be like he has the red shirt and the blue overalls instead of like the brown the greenish brown shirt and the red overalls in the original Super Mario Brothers.
Remember that reference we can't tell if it's a reference or not? The jump rope? Jump, man!
Oh yeah, jump man. And then that guy says "Jump man, jump" right before you go to the Donkey Kong section.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's a great callback.
We had a lot of fun playing that T-Rex chase with the
The motor
the
scooter.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had Eurobeat on for that, and we just kept replaying it because it was so fun.
yeah, it's pretty fun.
It was really, really fun. And I did this one thing where I drove backwards on the course and just hopped right off, and Wesker's like, what the fuck? No, wait, I came down, I jumped over the rail and fell.
So as summary, strong game, definitely the right direction for the Mario series. Bound Ball, best minigame. Jump rope sucks.
Beat us, Stinky Mitchell. Jump rope does suck. It's just
Yeah.
no. Those people who have the high scores, they're cheating. There's no way that anyone has the thumb muscle tension to keep up that button pressing.
They're Adderall-filled Koreans.
Yeah, Jesus.
So I think you played a bit of it, but onto our next point.
Point?
Yeah.
I thought it was topic.
Whatever, same thing.
Okay. Well, point. I thought if you're saying point, beat
Yeah,
that
you're right.
Odyssey.
Whatever. Yeah, topic. Onto our next topic for this evening.
You're bad at this.
How about that game that's been out for almost a year now?
That's right. We're gonna talk about Persona 5, baby.
Yeah, that game that's been out for actually a year now, and should have come out 4 years ago. Actually, 4 years.
Remember didn't they like have this big extravaganza release date thing, and then they delayed it after that?
I think it was like Happy Winter 2013. Like that's when Persona was originally supposed to come out.
No, what game was it that had like a countdown timer and it was like, oh, that was Final Fantasy 14, or the spin clock thing.
No, that's Final Fantasy 15. Yeah.
Yeah, 15. I mix them up. There's
They had this amazing.
There's too fucking many.
Yeah, they had this great. Yeah, they had that great roulette thing.
Roulette thing, and
Then they
thought it
got
was gonna
delayed
stop,
for a
and then
month.
it clicked down even more. And it's gonna be released this day, and then they delayed it. They made this whole big deal about it's coming out now. Oh wait, you delayed it.
That's as an aside before we jump into what we're actually trying to talk about. Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, this is not the actual topic. This is a bridge.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 15. I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy series. Vice hates it, of course. He hates everything.
I don't hate everything.
But It was a similar situation to me in terms of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, where the game, it's a big hyped up game, right? Looking forward to it for years. It comes out, it's a disappointment. Although the big thing about Final Fantasy 15 is that instead of being like half of a story like the Phantom Pain was, it is the in between like 60% chunk, with the 20% in the beginning missing and the 20% at the end missing. Actually, that's not even accurate. It is a... I'm not going to get into math. This is going to take too long. But it's missing a good beginning because that was in an anime. It's free anime. It's pretty good, too. Check it out if you're interested. But...
And it's called Final Fantasy King's Row.
No, that's the movie, which is not free, of course.
Oh.
King's Glaive.
It's free if you know what to do. Wink.
But the anime, Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood, real good. Check it out.
Yeah, I love that. I love Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
It is a great anime. I didn't know that tied in with Final Fantasy.
Oh, and of course it does. It's just fucking magic and bullshit.
Yeah, and that guy's got lots of belts and zippers.
Yeah, of course he does. He's got the chain, the chain with the pocket watch.
Yeah, and he has this cool walking suit of armor front. It really is Final Fantasy.
It is. So the game is missing. It's okay. So it's originally.
This is not what we were supposed to be talking.
I know, but it is good. Final Fantasy versus 13. Do you know about that game,
No.
right? No, you don't.
No.
That game was announced 2006. That was originally Final Fantasy 15. They renamed the game in 2013, I think it was, to Final Fantasy 15 when they brought it back to life. It was going to be a completely different game. It was going to be entirely set in a city. It was going to be cool because it's going to be cool and edgy because everyone there worshipped the goddess of death. And it was something to do with dreams or some shit. I can't remember what the details were. But it was actually set up really interestingly. And they sort of ditched that for this sort of bromance thing, of course. And the bromance part is the best part of the game, surprisingly. They ditched all the... Until the end, they ditched all of the sense of intrigue, I guess you could say. Which I don't mind, honestly. But it gets to a point in the game where you explore the initial continent, save for the city, because that place is getting attacked. You can't go back there. The place that'd be the most cool to explore, a modern city in a Final Fantasy universe. And once you get off the first continent, you get to this amazing place called Altissia. It's like Venice if it were good. It's like Venice if it were mixed with Rome, I guess. Yeah, because it's got the Colosseum.
Venice is really close to Rome.
It is, yeah. But it's if they're just smack dab into one city, and if they cleaned up the place.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't
Great
such
place.
a dump.
And it's this amazing segment. I spent 3 hours that night just fucking walking around and just breathing in the atmosphere. That's how much I love the place. Next second, after you're done with that place, after an amazing boss battle, you literally get on a train, get on rails, and the rest of the game is just chapter after chapter, no exploration, just completely linear.
Are you done?
I guess.
Okay. Now, on to the actual shit people want to listen to. What were we talking about?
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that
Legend
game.
of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. One of my favorite games.
Don't lie.
Oh. Alright, what do you want to talk about it?
Alright, well, first, let's get your feelings out of the way
What about my
regarding
feeling?
the game.
I think it was very lackluster.
Right.
I feel like it was just Skyrim with a Zelda coat of paint on it, and they took... It's really hard to explain what I don't like about it. I feel like it was too different and too much the same, in the sense that they changed everything that didn't need to be changed and kept everything the same that really needed to be freshened up. Every Zelda game since fucking Link to the Past has pretty much been the same thing. And, they've tried to mix it up with things like what I loved, like when they mixed it up with Wind Waker. And
Did they really mix it up, though?
yeah, the sailing, people hate the sailing. I thought it was fun. I thought it was relaxing. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it made it feel like a grand adventure.
I like the sailing in Wind Waker. I didn't hate it back even before the Swift Sail, like everyone else hates it for some reason.
And everyone knows that the Wind Waker ocean theme is one of the best pieces of music ever composed.
But the ocean is like, other than like some treasure chests, a few submarines, a few like those mini bosses, the Krakens, and the ghost ship out there. It's mostly just like an extended loading screen.
Yeah, it was empty as fuck, but it felt cool.
Yeah.
When you look at it deeply, it does kind of fall apart, but...
At the time, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
I remember when I got on that boat, like for the first time on my way to Dragon Roost, and I felt like the entire world was out there.
Yeah, and even now when I play Wind Waker sometimes, it's still... I think it still, for me, has some of that magic, but Breath of the Wild just feels... It's amazing how they made the ocean... The ocean was empty, and they made it feel not empty, whereas Breath of the Wild actually might... I don't really know too much about it, but I know that it makes... To me, it feels like there's stuff out there, but they made it feel empty. Yeah. Or maybe it just is empty, but it feels like it's a very empty world.
Well, actually, that comes to one of my amazing ideas.
It's a Wind Waker on land.
What I really wanted to see in the game was... there's a bit of ocean in the game, only a bit. Mm-hmm. You go out to this cool place,
I
even time.
Played that with the janitor.
Okay. But you can't dive. You can't dive underwater in the game. You can bring metal shit up with your fucking tablet.
Those chests.
Your Nintendo Switch. Your Nintendo Switch Lite. But there's no depth to the water. Like, of course, Wind Waker didn't have it because it was all ocean, and it'd be... Like, having that many layers to the ocean.
They wanted to, but there was just not enough.
Yeah, I remember we could see the dive animations on like the cutting room floor or some shit.
Yeah.
But they didn't even have, like, that bit of ocean you could explore. They didn't even have that. Mm-hmm. Or, like, other bodies of water. And that's a problem for me because I have this amazing idea. Alright, it's missing a lot of Zelda staples, right? Mm-hmm. What I really would like to see is have the ocean be explorable with the iron boots.
Uh-huh.
Imagine, like, this entire land, like, this
so
entire...
kind of a Lake Hylia, Twilight Princess kind of thing, but
yes,
better.
Exactly. Imagine, like, some, like, split-off Zoras or some shit, like, having this entire, like, coral reef town.
Okay, hold up.
Or, like, a coral reef dungeon.
You've just made my my autism trigger. How are there Zora... and Ruto in the same universe?
Okay.
They're clearly, explicitly stated that Ruto evolved from Zora. How are they both there?
But in evolution, not all members of the species evolve.
Okay, yeah.
If there is an opportunity for them to survive, they would evolve because they moved. For some reason. No idea why they would move from Zora's domain. It's not even alluded, there's not even a possibility. They never bring up that they could be related in any way. They are completely separate people. And I think that's what Nintendo is trying to say, as you said. They're trying to say, fuck the timeline. It doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
I'd love for them to do that.
I'd personally be happy with that. But the fact that there was a timeline already messes with me. Because then it says, I need to pay attention to this, even if I don't like it. And because of that... that bothers me too, even though because they made it. It's not fan-made, it's official.
After years of fans pestering them about it, demanding it, someone finally just went into fucking Microsoft Publisher, photoshopped this timeline, said, here it is, folks.
Please enjoy Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Like, one of the worst parts with the dumb Zelda timeline is how much it fucks up because of Link to the Past. Because there's that one line at the end of Link to the Past where it says, and the Master Sword sleeps forever. So every game in the timeline past Link to the Past is one where the Master Sword doesn't appear.
Yeah. But that makes sense.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like that's, like, really fucked up their timeline. And they had to do that crazy branch shit.
Yeah, they have... what my problem with it is I think it restricts creativity.
It does. It absolutely
because they have to
does.
be consistent. And they never had to be consistent before.
No, they didn't.
Where are the Zora? The fuck... I mean, like, there's probably still some freshwater places in there. Maybe there's only, like, a small tribe left. Fuck that. They're Rito now. Like, it's... I liked that about Wind Waker. I liked how Ocarina of Time just had all these new races, you know, had the Gorons. The Zora were now no longer hostile, inherently.
Oh, yeah,
They were pretty mer people instead of weird
Instead of
fish bitches.
Fish monsters that shot fireballs at you.
Yeah, in the rivers. They had the Kokiri, which that beginning of Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite parts of the game. When I was a child, I had a big crush on Saria.
We all did.
No, everyone else has Malon.
I still do. Ew,
Not Malon.
she's gross, though.
What's her name in Ocarina of Time? Is it Malon?
No, I don't know.
I
I don't know. It's the
figured it out.
horse girl with the red hair.
Yeah,
I like her sister.
that's in Majora's Mask.
I know, but still.
It's the older her.
I know.
in
I like
Ocarina.
it. I like her, though. But
Yeah.
Soria got that green hair, and I
like the cuckoo girl.
the cuckoo girl.
Yeah,
I don't know. Remember who that was?
Anju in Majora's Mask.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She's just the cuckoo girl.
She's fire too. And you know, I love that one. You know, my biggest crush is on the Goron who has your same name in Majora's Mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's Ocarina of Time.
No, it's not.
It is.
The guy in the hotel who shows up. He's
Oh
got
yeah,
Goron
yeah,
name.
yeah. Because in Ocarina of Time, if you don't, I think you don't remember, but when you time travel, I think it's fucking what's his name, Darunia. Darunia's son is named after you,
Right,
and he's the
right.
guy rolling around. You get the
Right,
Goron
right,
to
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I never finished Ocarina of Time.
We'll have to do that someday.
I can't.
Why
I
not?
can't beat the worst dungeon.
You can't beat the water temple.
No. It's too tedious. I got bored and gave up.
All right, I have a funny story for everyone at home. I told you this. I don't remember. For I don't know how many years, maybe 5, maybe 7 actual in-life years, I could not beat the water temple for one stupid reason, and that was because if you remember the room past Shadow Link, there is like a hole in the ground behind the chest that you have to like slam your hammer on or some shit, or bomb, or I can't remember exactly the detail. Or you just fall in, as far as I know right now, but I never had the intelligence to check the map and see this weird well, I did, and I saw this weird winding path, and I was like, huh, that's weird, and I just couldn't connect it until I was old enough to look at the map and then say, huh, I should see where these intersect with layers above, right? So I could just find a path down. And that was one of the areas, and I went by the fucking chest with the long shot in it, and there's a fucking hole! A fucking hole I missed for 7 years!
You know,
And then I beat Ocarina of Time, and it was a good game.
Funny story, you still do that. Remember we were playing Mario Odyssey and you saw that flying lizard man? And you're like, this guy is going to help me get to the moon, but I can't figure out what he wants.
Yeah.
I got to bring like a jacksie to him. And I said, let's try this. And I threw the hat at him and possessed him. And oh, yeah, that worked.
Oh my god.
And you were
That
like
is a true
agonizing. You couldn't figure out what to do. And I captured him and like, this is how you do it.
Well, like, my memory is so terrible, I was thinking, well, I already threw my hat at him and it clearly didn't work, so I shouldn't try it again. And that is why now, whenever we play a game, I always double check what we do. Even when you say, no, we did that, because I seen you forget, I forget even more. We always forget when we fucking do important shit. So I just double check everything now.
I mean, we straying a little far from Breath of the Wild. I forget what we were talking
what
about.
more do you have to say about Breath of the Wild yourself? You didn't play too much, right?
Yeah, but like...
You played the beginning, as far as I know.
I
maybe
played
some
the
of
beginning. I played a lot of the mini games. I played a couple of the dungeons. And I love the fact they brought back Link to the Past dungeon theme.
Yeah.
Arranged by Clearwater, by Creedence Clearwater Revival. They're the one who made the arrangement of the dungeon theme. Dungeon theme.
Yeah. The dungeon.
In the in Breath of the Wild, which is really impressive. But the world just feels so empty.
It doesn't feel empty to
game
me.
didn't
It
feel like
feels like a little dry.
That too.
Like, it doesn't do anything with it. Like, it didn't feel empty to me. I had fun, like, exploring the geography, because I actually disagree with your statement that Zelda is Skyrim. It is Zelda.
Well, that's pretty much a hyperbole statement.
Yeah.
I don't mean that.
This
one
Zelda
to-
game is Far Cry.
Oh.
Because you have the fucking paraglider.
Oh.
And you can craft shit.
Oh,
and
it's fucking Skyrim meets Far Cry meets Just Cause.
influenced in spirit by Skyrim for money.
I don't know, man. The fact that they've been putting Zelda into Skyrim makes me feel like they also got, they want the Skyrim audience, and they just tried to do their own thing.
Well, yeah, they clearly, yeah. But
it just, the game...
The design choices in Breath of the Wild some are like Skyrim, but most of them are just their own ideas.
I want Zelda to be iconic and do new things in an iconic way. Like, I want Zelda to be the innovator again. It just doesn't feel like this game was a Zelda... Nintendo's big flagship franchises like Mario and Zelda, they were supposed to be the innovator games. Mm. And Zelda, this one didn't feel like an innovative game. It felt like more of the same, of other better games. And I don't mean better games because I don't think Skyrim is a good game.
Right.
But, but I think Skyrim did Skyrim better than Zelda does Skyrim.
I 100% disagree.
Really?
I played over probably 400 hours of Skyrim, and I agree that it is not a good game. I have to mod the shit out of it to enjoy it, but I did play at least 200 of those hours in vanilla, and it has the gameplay loop, as many people have stated before me, this is not a new idea, is addictive. So you just keep coming back to it, and there's something so simple and satisfying about it. You don't have to think too much, and it's mildly interesting. It's not incredibly interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yep. My big problem with Zelda Breath of the Wild, personally, is what are they going to do now?
What do you mean?
They have... Okay, so...
It's not like they cashed in their last check on this one.
The gimmick...
It's still better than Skyward Sword. I just want to make that clear.
Oh, hell yeah.
What was the
Can't wait till we play Skyward Sword and...
I'm never going to play that game.
You're never going to play that?
No.
But what are they going to do now? It's like the gimmick was being in the wild, right?
Yeah.
And they okay, here's all of Hyrule now.
Mm-hmm.
It's fully explorable. Go out there and explore it.
Maybe they could actually finally do my Zelda idea.
What's that?
I have 137 pitches.
Oh.
And they're all steampunk.
Did you know about I told you about that, I know.
About what?
One of the designers actually had your motorcycle idea instead of Epona.
Really?
Yeah. And the game sounded a lot cooler because Link was going to have an electric guitar.
Oh my god.
And instead of the Guardians, there were going to be giant UFOs in the sky.
Holy shit, that would have been cool.
Yeah, and it was like, I want to play that Zelda, not Breath of the Wild. Because, you know what? Something about Breath of the Wild? I got tired of the ancient technology as soon as it was introduced. I thought it was
the iPhone.
Stupid. Yeah, I thought it was stupid, bland. I thought the Guardians were cool, but it was the only new thing about it.
That's what I'm thinking. This is my thing. This is my grief with Zelda. I think they're trying way too hard to stay Zelda. I don't think they want to, they're not going to turn Zora's back into fireball shooting fish people.
Yeah.
Or they're not going to move from fireball shooting fish people to they're not going to do that again. They're too...
I think they did in Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, but that was just a remake of Link to the Past, so they kind of had to.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like they'd ever make that jump from fireball fish people to friendly mer people again. It feels like they're too set. Zora have to be Zora. And Gorons have to be Gorons.
You're right.
And they don't change.
Because they tried to do the jump with this game, but the only thing they jumped was the storytelling.
Yeah.
Everything else... And the gameplay, of course, obviously, the world design. Uh-huh. But everything else, save for dungeons and shit, the races, the lore, everything is the same. Nothing is new. As far as I can... nothing's new.
I just think they're trying too hard. They have in their mind what Zelda is. They don't create anything.
They don't think what Zelda could be.
They don't... Exactly. They're too stuck in what Zelda is and rather than what it could be.
Alright, because look at the jump between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which is understandable, it's a parallel universe, right?
Yeah, it's even on the same engine.
Mm-hmm. But the jump between Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, the fucking Kokiri are Koroks now.
Yes.
They are seed people.
They are tree people. Yes.
And the Zora are now in the sky, and they're Native American bird people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a completely different game. There's one Goron in the entire game, if you recall.
Hyrule's not even really around. It's this washed out city underwater, Atlantis style.
Mm-hmm. The fairies that are in the game look nothing like the
Oh
fairies
yeah, the
from...
Great Fairies. They
Yeah.
took the Great Fairies from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, and they're
And the normal fairies.
big boobed women, and turned
Cougars.
them into Indian multi-armed
Hindu
goddesses.
Yeah, and also the normal fairies. You know, they're just like balls of light with wings.
Now they're
little
fairies.
humans. They're little humans.
Yeah, that was really. They really changed it up.
And the next game was Twilight Princess. They were trying to go back to Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of design change, but it was what it was going to be. Ocarina of Time again.
I did love in Twilight Princess the Western shootout.
Well, yeah, that was one of the best parts of the game. I agree. The hidden village.
That was great. And one thing, I just want to go back to Breath of the Wild for a second and just say the worst thing about Breath of the Wild. The fact that Master Sword breaks in 2 hits.
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous. It should have been the only weapon that never broke. That would have been good.
I hate that.
Although then you would have crutched on it, so I don't know.
I hate that the game vaguely explains that the Master Sword is the bane of evil and will work effectively against Ganon's minions. How many of those monsters are Ganon's minions? Tell me.
I don't know.
Fucking all of them? So why do they only work against the fucking Guardians?
Oh. Aren't those not even Ganon's minions?
Not, well, they're under his fucking calamity
Okay.
corruption bullshit. But it's like, everything out there is his minion.
I gotta go back to this now.
What?
I gotta say what I'm so goddamn sick of. Sing a new song. I want a new villain that isn't fucking Ganon. For God's sakes, enough. It's Ganon. Ganon fucking Ganon every goddamn time. Do something different.
Yeah, bring Vati in a 3D game.
Yes, bring Vati. That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really
Give me
cool.
emo Minish Cap Vati.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But Ganon.
Ganon.
It's Calamity Ganon. He's a Western showgirl.
I like the idea of Calamity Ganon. Like, it's very different. It's more of a, force of nature aspect than, like Ganondorf the man or Ganon the demon.
The man, the myth, the legend, the demon,
the pig.
The force of nature.
The silver allergic pig. I miss the silver arrows. Okay, another thing to bitch about Breath of the Wild.
Oh, right, I just realized another timeline problem.
What?
Well, anything that branches off Link to the Past, there can be no Master Sword because it sleeps forever. Anything that branches off Wind Waker, no Master Sword because it's fucking stuck underwater lodging Ganon's skull.
Yep. So then you get those swords that vaguely look like the Master Sword, if you remember.
But
like
have
the Lokomo sword, the King's pussy slaying sword or whatever.
Yeah.
But, where was I again? I was
I don't
talking about the Master Sword.
You're talking about Ganon, force of nature. And
We'll get back to that in a second, because I was going to say something. But you probably never saw it. One of my favorite places when I first got there in Breath of the Wild was it was this place that was swamp-like, but it had these like giant, really tall mushroom trees. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like this weird alien swamp that's not an actual real world biome. This is something out of Treasure Planet or fucking your like weird obscure Dungeons and Dragons book. Like let me look up this swamp planet. But they don't do anything with it. It's the same generic enemies.
That's
and
a
like,
shame.
yeah, the trees are really cool, but that's it. It's like vaguely marsh-like.
Wow.
There are exotic birds there, but I don't know if there's anything to do with those birds.
Mm-hmm. You like the dragons, though, and I like the dragons,
Oh,
too.
the dragons are great in the game.
Yeah, those are fantastic.
Although, the best part, one of my favorite parts of the game, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but on Mount Lanayru, you climb up and you meet the dragon that's after the spirit in Lanayru, and you de-corrupt it by like jumping on these like thermal vents and like shooting it like while the dragon swirls around you, and like you actually use the thermal vents with the paraglider to chase it around like the mountain range and shoot it as it like spirals through the mountain range. It is cool. They should have more moments like that. That pisses me off because there's like a handful of these fantastic moments that really show the potential and creative energy of the
A
developers.
great man once said that it's open world games suck because deeper, smaller linear games the interesting shit is more concentrated, whereas the open world games, everything is so spread apart and there's just garbage. You know, Wind Waker is technically an open world game, but there's not much world. It's all water. So it doesn't try to trick you. You know that's empty. You know that there's nothing interesting there.
It's elaborate loading screens.
Yes.
Between zones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is all right, in my opinion.
I think it's great because there is no loading between running around Windfall, buying something, getting on your boat, sailing over to Dragon Roost or Outset Island, and going to stepping inside Beetle's ship or going around the town.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's like a really short loading time when you enter a building. That's it. There's no like now loading in the bottom of the screen as you see a frame of like the wind stopping and like the water's waves just stare, and then you see a now loading sign at the bottom of the screen. There's none of that shit. It all loads in the background.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a good game.
It is a good game. Nice.
I'm out of water for this because I got excited.
What's online?
No.
All right.
But God damn it, I forgot what I was gonna.
I forget our point about Breath of the Wild. We've just kind of been ragging on it. Which I don't mind doing because my opinion on it, but I'm sure you have something at least good to say about it.
The best thing I can say,
No, continue.
The best thing I can say about Breath of the Wild is that this is hard to say. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say.
Oh. Good.
So there are a new collection of arrows, right? Like you get normal arrows, fire arrows, ice arrows, lightning, thunder arrows or some shit. Electric arrows, that's what they're called. Shock arrows. They just fucking went through several names. I eventually got them. There's also bomb arrows, which were in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Right? But the only other arrow type aside from those are I think they're called ancient arrows. Which are like, they took off like a Sheikah dagger and like they set an end of arrow and it automatically kills the guardian, right? They kept so many things the same and carried it over. I really feel like it was missed potential to not see a light arrow or a silver arrow in the lineup. Like maybe it would have been like too cluttered and like too specialized to be viable weapons, but I feel like they're severely missing that, especially since there are arrow types in the game that you can like find freely. Which brings me to another point, actually, about bitching about Breath of the Wild. I don't like the Sheikah being these ancient alien sons of bitches. I like them being like really weird, like gypsy people that are like in the shadows, like in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
That like use like evil satanic magic. I like them being like the sort of like doing the dirty work for the royal family. I thought that was a really deep point from Ocarina of Time that just gets completely washed over in later games.
Ancient aliens, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker. Because they weren't in Wind Waker. I think there was Impa in fucking, what was it? Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
Or
something.
Or people like fucking theorize that like the Twilight were Sheikah or some shit. Irrelevant right now.
Yeah, which I hope to God isn't true.
But it all started in Skyward Sword, where the Sheikah were like, oh, they made ancient technology. Look at all this ancient technology. Look at all these robots, these automatons.
Yeah, all the near characters.
Yes.
Go on, are Steam Awards still going?
I don't know.
They're still going when you listen to this. Please vote for 2B as the Vitruvian character.
Yes. Worship her ass or something.
Yeah.
Whatever you people do.
And be sure to vote for Cuphead soundtrack as the most Dark Souls, the most Dark Souls award.
Right. For your write-in, please.
Yes, please do. And tell Steam you want to see more the most Dark Souls awards.
Right. Please do.
Please.
And I think those are all my thoughts on Breath of the Wild right now. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of shit stewing in there.
I don't really have a concrete opinion on it other than things that I felt were weak.
Because there's a lot to say about it, but at the same time, I feel like it can be mostly generalized into the points we've made. There are a lot of good parts in the game, but it's
dragged
these-
down significantly by the bad parts.
Yes, it's like
that
looking
had
for
no reason
diamonds
to be
in a
there.
mine.
That had no reason to be there.
Shame. I really hope they.
Shiggy's getting senile, man.
I'm pretty sure Shigeru didn't even work
Yeah,
on it.
probably not. He doesn't work on anything anymore.
What I really want to see in the sequel to this game is I want them to have. I'd be okay with an open world game, as long.
But do it right.
Yeah, as long as there are like mini zones, like actual dungeons within them, and not these giant robots you have these puzzles
And
in.
not these matrix puzzle rooms.
I actually really like the challenges. It's just that they get old. It's hard to say like don't make, but really don't make them, I guess.
Don't make them so pivotal. Don't make them so many. Don't make them so key to all of this.
Each one is a heart piece, pretty much. Because if you complete 4, you can get a heart container or an addition to your stamina wheel. So each one's a heart container, pretty much.
Alright, what's our next?
So that's Breath of the Wild. Our next topic is how we do our sessions.
Oh, someone asked that?
Yeah, Ryan wanted to know how we
do.
handle things, I suppose.
Well, first we decide on a day where we're both not too wasted to sit down and record.
Wasted from non-alcoholic things, actually.
Oh, I
in
meant
my
like
case.
wasted, like just like
Wasted away, like in life.
wasting away again.
You gotta read a bit.
Yeah.
Searching for my soul
Rubber
shaker
mallet.
song.
My rubber mallet.
Some people say that as a woman to blame, but I know
It's
my
not.
own damn fault.
It's not because I'm gay.
Dun, 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 dun,
See,
dun.
gonorrhea. How you get it?
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. More like comebackeria. All right, how we do our sessions.
Oh, I don't even know how to answer. I don't even know how we do ours.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we discuss, we try to figure out when we can get together. Fortunately, it's been kind of packed schedules for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
When we can both get together and we're in the mood to sit down at Vice's place, so we can sit down in his room and record. We record.
Messing up my lore.
Well, people wanted to know how we did.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
It's behind the scenes. No.
Yeah.
We use an Elgato
My room
HD.
is on the left of those of the bookshelf. I mean, on the right of the bookshelf, behind the wall.
Yeah, behind the wine caskets.
Yeah.
We use an Elgato HD, and I don't think you know your specs right now.
I do know my specs.
You
my
wanna say 'em?
PC.
Yeah.
I have a 7870 AMD Radeon HD 7870 graphics card, a AMD FX 6300, 8-core hex core CPU. It's only 6 cores.
Right.
I got 16 gigs of RAM that I think only 8 will actually work.
All downloaded, baby.
All downloaded straight from downloadmoreram.com. I got 2 hard drives, only one's plugged in. And I got a really bad power supply. It's really starting to die and I need to replace it.
It's so funny because he has his the panel on his PC off, like the tower. And occasionally when things don't work, he takes this, what's that called?
Canned air.
He takes canned air and sprays inside of his computer. While we're using
dust off. Yeah, I just spray it. And
because his tower's on his fucking desk rather than under. Better ventilation,
I don't want
probably.
the dust getting in, yeah. Dust settles downwards. The higher up it is, the less dust is going to get in there.
Right.
Yeah, and it actually does work. So there's something wrong with my computer that sometimes it hiccups, and I have to actually hit it to get it to work.
I don't think that's good.
And, people say hitting it doesn't make a difference. It does. It
does.
legitimately does.
Especially with video game consoles.
It unjars whatever is going on in there. And I figured out.
I used to beat my laptop.
Remember, we had to beat the shit
Like
out of
abusive.
We had to beat the shit out of the NES. We had to work before we realized why beating the shit out of it actually worked.
Yeah, we had to beat up the NES to play Gunsmoke
Because we found out the pins are misaligned, and you have to put the cartridge in a certain way. And hitting it actually worked because it adjusted the pin contacts whenever we hit it or moved it. So that's why it actually worked.
Beat your consoles, kids. Don't beat your spouses. Unless they say you can and they sign the contract.
Yes.
Because you don't want them to go to the cops and say that you never agreed. You get that shit signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notarized. I keep a notary on retainer for this.
Yeah. Always sign it when you're doing dangerous stuff in bed.
So those are the specs of my PC. I use our personal choice of PC equipment, peripherals. We have this shitty monitor I got from Black Friday a few years ago. I have this crappy Walmart keyboard. It's a Logitech K.
It bothers me that your monitor bothers me because I'm pretty sure we made an effort to get the same monitor.
Oops.
And they are completely different monitors.
Yeah, they are. Mine's like out of
print.
Yeah. But I do recommend for all you gamers out there looking for a high quality mouse, get the Razer Death Adder 2013. I hate fucking Razer, but they make a good mouse, or made a good mouse. Mm-hmm. Get it if you can. It's fantastic.
2013, huh?
Yeah, 2013.
I like the snakes on it.
Yeah, sure.
It's my favorite
the least important.
Yeah, the least important part. I actually like the shape.
It's a great shape. It's very ergonomic. It's got those buttons on the side. It's got a good mouse. It's very durable. It's really good. And, okay, so we sit down at this station, and depending on... If we're playing a PC game, we just play it right here.
Yeah.
We get the Elgato going. We get the blue snowball microphone on the desk.
And we use a simple Yeti snowball mic.
Yes. Blue snowball, although it's white. We call it the Orb of Confusion.
Duh.
It explains why we're so retarded when we do our videos.
Yes.
Otherwise, we just hook up the Elgato to the PC and play on a TV set right behind the computer, and we plug in all of our consoles into that.
Mm-hmm. That's how we played Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm. That's how we played Luigi's Mansion. That's how we played Gunsmoke. That's how we played everything.
That's how we played Resident Evil 4 until we
figured out that was really bad.
Yeah, it had terrible VSync issues, I think.
Yeah, and it was all... The Wii version's really downplayed. We want to play the HD version.
I think the Wii version is weaker than the PS2 version.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And that's weaker than the GameCube version, even though it has more content.
So we get everything going. We fiddle with the Elgato settings. We're not really sure what works yet. We're still kind of figuring that out.
Yeah, we're still learning.
It's a
process.
And we play and talk and record it.
But our hopes are to get better as we keep going along.
Yeah, experience. Got to get those experience points. Once we're done recording a video, sometimes we record in increments, like we have a timer going while Wesker just looks at his phone.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at it.
And sees how much time has passed, and maybe we'll stop it at a good point. Other times we just keep going and cut it in post-editing. Uh-huh. But it's more of the former than the latter.
Yeah, usually when you hear Vice say, "Hey, welcome back, YouTube," or some stupid shit, that means that we have taken
just
a
started
break.
A new fresh session. Uh-huh. Yes.
And sometimes we mask them, though. Sometimes we just we leave it playing, and we stop our session, and then we position everything exactly how it was, and we start a new video and pretend that we just cut it from a longer session.
Yes. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
That was entirely how we did Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, Luigi's Mansion could have gone a lot better than I think.
Yeah.
We should have probably had me practice
the
boss.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it'd give me so much trouble.
Yeah. After that, once we're done recording a video, it goes into the piece of shit called Sony Vegas, where we fight the controls to try to make it edit decently. Mm-hmm. And we throw it together.
Luigi's Mansion was a bitch to make on Sony bitch to edit on Sony Vegas.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we get pissed off and try to salvage it.
Yeah. We've had to salvage stuff already too many times.
Yes.
I think it should be less. This is weird. I don't think it happens this often. Unless we just got bad luck.
There are some operator error issues and some solver issues, and they work together to make it happen a lot more. And
it's very demoralizing when we lose a bunch of footage like we did last week.
Yes.
Which is partially why we're not very active at the moment.
Yes, because we're really pissed off. At least I'm really pissed off about it. But that's still coming. We haven't written off that game. We're just going to give it some time.
Yeah, we're just going to pretend it's a new game and no one will know the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
What's our next point?
One you don't care about.
Oh, of course.
All from here, I might as well be doing a solo podcast. Because
don't worry, I'll lob some vulgar comments in.
I think it was just yesterday. What was revealed was Mega Man 11 by Capcom.
Crapcom.
And
what, they let Mega Man out of the fucking basement?
Yeah, but the weirdest thing about it is, so far, from what we've seen, it looks good.
Oh yeah. Didn't Mighty Number 9 look good?
Yes, but this is actual gameplay. This
Didn't
concept.
Rockman look good?
As soon as they showed gameplay of the game, it was like, oh, this is bad. But Mega Man 11 looks good.
Uh-huh.
And the funniest thing is that it's also in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in a way where it's very stylized. All right, have you seen the modern Guilty Gears or the new Dragon Ball Fighter?
No.
Where it's 3D, but it's animated so well. It looks 2D.
Oh.
It's sort of like that, but not that degree. But it just looks really good.
I see.
Now, obviously, this isn't. I don't need to fucking say this. This is a response to Mighty Number 9's failure. After people wanted Mega Man so long, now Capcom's gonna say, "All right, if you fuckers want Mega Man, we'll make a Mega Man game." I hope to God it's good.
I thought
You can't
who
tell
made
until it's
Mega Man?
out.
I thought they overworked that guy to death.
Fuck, what was his name? I was about to say Iwata. That's clearly wrong. Fuck.
I don't know who the guy was. I thought they just worked him to death.
He worked on Mighty Number 9. I'm pretty sure he did. And I'm not sure if he's a hack or if it was like the other developers.
I think his heart wasn't in it.
Probably.
Imagine trying to make some kind of caricature shell of your own. Imagine if Kojima was making
Steel piston liquid.
steel piston liquid.
Yeah. Featuring
tactical sabotage adventure.
Right. It just wouldn't work.
It just wouldn't work. He'd probably be spending the whole time, man, I wish I could use what I already had.
I wish I was working on that series that I hate.
Not some kind of parallel universe bullshit.
Kojima was done with Metal Gear when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. All right, I know you never played the series, but I know you know about it.
I know about this.
So Metal Gear Solid 2 was said to be the last in the series. At the end of the game, Raiden throws away his name tag and says he's going to live his own life from now on, away from all this fucking government bullshit that the games have. Him and Snake were just off the grid then, right? And it was like, oh, that's the end of the series. Be your own man. That's the message of the series, right? Don't let people control you.
Yeah, and then we found out that doesn't work in real life when Konami controlled Kojima, didn't let him be his own man.
Exactly. It's ironic. It's probably... There are probably problems back then. It's probably speaking out and seeking help. It's like a cry out for help. But then it's like, no, Kojima, you got to make a new Metal Gear. So he made Metal Gear Solid 3. He's like, oh, what can I do?
Wasn't that like the best
Yes,
game?
that is the best game in the series. Because he still had it, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, fuck, what can I do? Make it in the 60s, super duper prequel, in a Russian jungle, I guess? Because it's a jungle in Russia that doesn't actually exist. And entirely new setting, new characters, you know, pretty much an original game with like same terminology,
yes.
Same lore. This is like the background
so
stuff.
it's Fallout New Vegas.
Pretty much, yeah. set far away from Solid Snake and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Then it was like, oh my god, this is the best game you ever made. Shit. It's like that Mega 64 skit with Sakaguchi. Remember Final Fantasy guy? It's like, that's the best game you ever made. You gotta make another one. Shit. So he was like, oh, fuck. Well, I guess I could go back and make Metal Gear Solid 4, which is set super duper in the future, and just make a direct sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2.
Man, Kojima, you dropped a ball on that one.
And that was where the series should have ended.
Yes.
Because they had one of the best endings in video games ever made, including Metal Gear Solid 3, mind you. And Metal Gear Solid 2 to
God. That reminds me of another game.
What?
That we're probably gonna play eventually. Max Payne.
Oh yeah.
The Max Payne series.
Oh, it just keeps getting.
Max Payne 1. Fantastic, brilliant game, awesome writing, fantastic, great game, perfect game. Someone asked me my top 3 games. I think the trinity of games for me. I think Max Payne was one of them.
Not really.
Now, Max Payne 2. It wasn't as good as the first one. It was kind of like, it was kind of an average sequel, but it was still pretty good. The story was there. It was a little iffy.
Was it kind of like...
The gameplay was much better. The graphics were good.
All right. Yeah.
What? What were you going to say?
I was going to ask if it was kind of like Just a continuation of the first game.
It was kind of a continuation of the first game. It was a little off, a little weird, it was a little janky.
Yeah.
But it was still good. It was still a good game. I would definitely tell you it is a good game worth playing.
So it wasn't a Japanese Super Mario Brothers.
No, it was pretty good. Yeah. It was all right. It was a good game. All Max Payne 3 was a fucking travesty, a sin against mankind, God, nature, everything. It was a disaster.
Why was it so bad?
Because the whole point, they switched from Max Payne, which was like an action Matrix shooter, where you're running and pow, 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 doing the bullet time, whoosh, bang, 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 jumping around, fucking kung fu movie kind of style shit.
Yeah.
It was based off John Woo's movies, really.
Yeah.
You don't know who that is, but it's like kung fu. I don't even really know. Gun fu kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Max Payne 3 turned into a cover shooter.
Oh no.
Cutscene loaded out shit.
Oh no.
Crazy fucking horrible. They made him different character. They shaved his head, and it just like
they Walter Whited him.
Yes. It's like, what have you done to this game? This is not Max Payne. This is Mad Max. It's ridiculous.
That's a shame.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that one.
There is no Max Payne 3.
And
it turned into a cover shooter. How do you go from running into a room, bam, 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 to better hide behind this crate, pop, pop, oh,
that sounds like Dead
pop,
Space.
Pop, oh. Yeah.
You know about Dead Space? Dead Space 2?
No.
Well, at the beginning of Dead Space, Dead Space is all about shooting like necromorphs, right? Those are pretty much.
Yeah.
Beginning of Dead
Xenomorphs,
Space,
the bad guy from Kingdom Hearts.
So beginning of Dead Space 2, you're fighting humans for the most of it. It's just the boring cover shoot shit in the city. It's because what's fun about xenomorphs is it's the opposite of like enemies like in Resident Evil. You don't aim for their heads, you aim for their limbs. You have to cut off their limbs to kill them. It is a fun game. But back on Metal Gear, I mentioned earlier.
Even though Metal Gear wasn't the original thing we were talking about. We're talking about Mega Man.
Yeah, we're talking about Mega Man. But this is freeform, it's okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright, just a podcast, bro. Just a podcast.
Yeah, I don't care about Mega Man anyway. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
I only played Mega Man 6.
I played Mega Man 1, 2, 5, maybe 6. I don't know.
I love 6.
I played 8. I didn't play 9 or 10. But back when I said Metal Gear...
By the way, are we going to play DuckTales on this channel?
We could. I don't have it.
I have it.
We could play it then.
On the NES.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
You know about the HD remake, right?
Yeah, fuck that.
You don't like it?
I don't know. I actually don't know. It just feels better to do the traditional.
Yeah, I'd prefer the traditional.
Remember what I said when you guys were racing Mario Odyssey? I'm like, fuck you guys, I'm already on the moon. I posted the DuckTales screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you guys are so slow at this. I'm already on the moon. Oh, you got the Scrooge McDuck skin. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that skin. Congrats.
For only 100 Loch Ness dollars in the Ku Klux Klap store.
Oh, boy. I got that skeleton outfit, by the way.
Yeah? Is it cool?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And I wear the dry bones head on it, so it's like a skull on a skeleton. So,
I'm sorry, but remember for the longest time you couldn't find the N64 area room in...
Oh, yeah, and it was fucking right in my face.
Yes. And you just... When you got there, you're like, oh, come on! Oh, come on! How did I miss this?
Oh, back on Odyssey. We forgot to mention one of the most important parts of the game for me.
Really?
Yeah, the ice cavern.
The what?
Ice cavern.
What ice cavern?
Before that, Zelda Mario boss with the hands in Tostarena.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to bring that up.
Yeah, I forgot to when we were discussing Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to bring it up now. So, for those that don't know, in Super Mario Odyssey, there's a part where you go, after the inverted pyramid, you go underground.
Yeah, and you fight the boss from Kirby Superstar.
And Bongo Bongo.
Yeah.
And I still think it's like the Super Mario 64, like, pyramid boss.
Right.
With like the pyramid bricks and stuff,
Yeah.
because it's the same, almost.
But anyway, the big boss fight of Tostitos.
Yeah, Tostarena. There is an elaborate way to get up to the top as soon as you enter the alley to the boss arena.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the way to get up there, and you said, jump up there. There's totally a way to get up there. And I
And
was
you
like,
said to me, that's impossible.
that's impossible. That's bullshit.
That's impossible. You can't do that.
And you were laughing about it like it was impossible. So I was like, no, you're fucking pulling my leg. And then I accidentally discovered one of the movement options in the game, which was the cap jump in midair, which I should have thought of before. And I almost reached the pillar, and I was like, holy shit, it is possible. And I made it over there after a long time learning the movement options. My favorite, triple jump into...
triple jump into a cap throw and then do another cap throw.
Triple jump into a cap throw, dive into it.
Yes, the ground pound jump.
Right. Then after you bounce off of it, do another dive or possibly redirect yourself with the cap.
Yes.
Midair. And then you were like, oh, go over to the crest on there. I'm like, fuck that shit. That's impossible too. And we made it. And I was like, dude. When I made it, I was like, dude. The world has opened up to me.
Yes. You discuss because I
forced this is a different game now.
Because I forced you to do some crazy bullshit to prove a point and just laugh at the cool pile of coins on the top of the roof.
Yeah.
The NSA gold doubloon stash, along with the big titty golf GF.
Yeah.
Which Stinky Mitchell still has not found.
The rare Easter egg he actually did.
Shh. The rare Easter egg. And yeah, because I forced you to do that, even though you didn't think it was possible, because I made you do it, you taught yourself the advanced movement options required for Odyssey.
For the rest of the game.
And for the rest of the game, you were doing everything the hard way on purpose.
And it was a more fun game because of that.
Just because you wanted to.
And then the next, if you remember, also in Toast Arena, the next cavern with the pillars, we were like, oh shit, can we get up there? Because it came to a point where we decided that nothing was what's the word?
Aesthetic.
Nothing was aesthetic. Everything had served a function.
Nothing was for show. Everything, everywhere could be gotten to.
And over time, we saw that was kind of false.
It's not. It's a little bit false. Mm-hmm. Most of the stuff you can, but there's a few things you can't.
It became a Skyrim situation of see that mountain over there, you can climb it. And we tried to climb every mountain we could.
We tried to climb every mountain we could. If it looked like we could do it, we tried.
And I really wish we could have captured that in a Let's Play. Mm-hmm. But because Nintendo are tight-fisted right now and being mean with their legal team, I'm sorry that we could not present that amazing scenario of me actually yelling about gameplay in a video game.
I wanted to, we were going to, but we looked it up, and the first thing I saw was, guess what Nintendo decided? The first thing I saw on Google was, guess what Nintendo took down my video for no reason.
And then the first reply was, why did you think this game would be different?
Yeah. So we didn't bother. Didn't want to take
It's a real shame, because that was a good game.
So where did we leave off?
Next is also something you don't care about. Mm-hmm. Pokemon Moon.
Okay, just full disclaimer, I don't like Pokemon. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So.
Yeah. He only likes Hex Maniac.
Yeah, I do love Hex Maniac. Best character in the game. Best character in the game.
I agree.
I love Hex Maniac.
I more than love Hex Maniac.
Yeah. My friend draws Pokemon porn.
Have we seen any of their Hex Maniac material?
She doesn't have any Hex Maniac material.
What is wrong with her?
She draws her insert character mostly, getting fucked by different Pokemon.
Anyway, back on topic. So
she's making a game. That's a Pokemon game I'll play. She's making a game.
She's making a game.
Yeah, she's making an age game.
Well,
we can do a Let's Play of that.
We're open to all age groups here on this channel, but if you want to play... Do you want to advertise this person?
Nah.
No, okay.
I don't think she'd appreciate it.
Okay. Anyway, let's just drop it then.
Yeah, okay.
So my friends recently, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out, and my friends have been playing it. They said, oh my god, this game's actually good, unlike that fucking shit that Nintendo pushed out in Sun and Moon. And I've had Pokemon Moon for over a year, collecting dust on my shelf. And when they started playing Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, I was like, I really feel like playing Pokemon. I haven't played a good RPG since I played Persona 5 and forgot to finish it. Great game, by the way. Still need to do that. But that's a story for another day. And I popped it in my 3DS. Got it right here, as a matter of fact. And, like, it's another situation where I feel really conflicted on a game. You know, I've been way too conflicted on games. That's the difference between Vice and I. Vice tends to hate or love something. I give it both. And that makes it hard for me to fully enjoy something. Except for Persona 5, I love that game. There's hardly anything wrong with that game. Other than it being never released. And it's having PS3 graphics because of that. But that's, like I said, that's a story another time. You are dragged around on a fucking leash the entire game. You walk into town, and then this fucking blonde girl, you know, Lily, probably.
The hot one.
Never get in the bag.
Get in the bag.
And she's like, trainer-san, do you want to go to me and check out my cool Pokemon and see these awesome Hawaii legendary Pokemon?
Yeah, the stupid, really tall, long neck executor.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. But you just get dragged around everywhere you go. The gameplay, though, it's pretty nice. Like, it's got quite a bit of challenge, I find. I'm making a good effort to not overlevel. And I'm only about to go and fight Hala, or whatever the fuck his name is, the first of the 4.
Hala!
Here's something you'd like about the game, though,
Yeah?
that you don't like about other Pokemon games.
What?
It is the first main game to break the 8 gym leader thing. Instead, it's
so
like
now
these...
You can be like Gary O can get 10 badges.
I forgot about that. There are 4 islands in this region called Alola, and each island has something called a kahuna.
Of course it's...
It's like a fucking kahuna, right?
Kahuna.
A boss. And you have to complete their trials before you can challenge them, and the trials serve as like the fucking gym leaders.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alright game. Like, it's a fun time waster.
No comment?
No comment on you drinking salt. Yeah, Vice is sitting here drinking salt out of a salt shaker and like pinching it with like probably the stuff he uses to pluck his hair.
I can't. These don't work for hair.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
This is for equipment. Anyway, continue. Please don't let me bother you.
And
Should I get the hot sauce bottle?
no, don't drink hot sauce right now, please, please God.
Because I'm thirsty.
You have water right there.
Oh yeah.
It's almost full. But
Yeah, you fight the big cojones.
you hit it, kick them in their
You
cojones.
kick them in their cojones.
What I really like about Pokemon Moon is
The moons. No, I'm
the
fine.
power moons. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like Team Skull. I think you'd love them too. They are gangsters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't they do like crazy?
Yes, they exactly do that. They walk up to you, this funny like rap song plays, and they do this, and they're like, they call you G and homie, and they rhyme and shit. And the gag is that no one takes them
Oh
seriously.
my god, that's great.
When you first meet them, they're like, "Yo, homie, we're gonna steal your Pokemon, G. What are you gonna do about it? We're Team Skull." And
Did I write this?
You might as well have, because the guy you're talking to completely ignores them and just keeps talking to you mid-sentence. And then they're like, "What are you guys doing, man? Hey, man, it's us, man. We're Team Skull,
Did I
homie."
write this shit?
That's what Guzma's part of. I haven't met Guzma yet. But man, that is the best Pokemon team to date.
You ever seen the movie Mean Girls?
No.
That's a shame. You should watch it.
People tell me it's great. What is it about?
Oh, it's like a high school teen girl drama thing, but it's a comedy. It's like doesn't take it seriously. It's like makes fun of that whole thing.
So it's a parody?
It's a parody of
Right.
high school drama movies. And I remember when we started watching it. We watched it at school. We were in school.
Yes.
And they were playing it. And I thought, oh, it's called Mean Girls. It's gonna suck. This is gonna be some shitty chick flick. By the end of it, I said, "Did I write this?" Because the jokes were so on point.
That
with
is
what
wonderful.
I would have done. It was a great movie.
There's a part in the game I was just at in where it's just two grunts. You know, the grunts look the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I chose, I don't know if it depends, but I chose a dialogue option which was, "Who are you guys again?" And then they're like, "What would you mean you can't recognize us?" And then they look at each other, and then they run to where the other one was standing and say like something like,
How about now?
"Yeah, exactly." Like, you can't even tell us apart, can you? Like, which one's grunt A and which one's grunt B? Because that's how they were labeled. And it's beautiful.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Too bad the game is too much hand-holding for kids.
Yeah, too bad. They're kind of expanding the whole, like, customize your trainer, but I like the old designs better. Like, I like the stupid...
I can't get over the fact that, you know, they got the skin color options for the trainer, but it's just like the Microsoft Paint fill bucket.
Yeah.
So, no offense, but the black trainers look ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like the African... I was going to say African American, but we can't cut we can't cut it. It's just black.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
The black... As racist as this is going to sound, the black skin looks pretty bad.
It does.
They could have done a lot better.
It just doesn't look... It looks weird.
And most of the black characters have just white people hair. Or I should say Japanese, because really it's all just Japanese shit.
Yeah. Just doesn't look like the skin color matches the character. It just feels like they used the Microsoft Paint bucket fill.
Yeah, I feel bad for a lot of like black dudes because in a lot of games...
They've been shafted through Pokemon for years.
Not only that, but like in a lot of games, like the only hair options for them are like this like silly like mini afro buzz cut, fucking cornrows, and then like wacky like
big ass afro.
No, like a like crazy dreadlocks. Like get creative team with your dreadlocks.
That's how I felt. I felt so bad. This reminds me of something. San Andreas. When you show up in San Andreas in the beginning of the game, you're CJ, you know, the black guy.
Yeah.
And he just has like, you know, kind of like a short haircut.
Yes.
Kind of like what you do actually right now.
Yeah.
And it's just like really short hair, really short, pretty close buzz cut, but it's, you know, a little short. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's
Super
like,
short.
Yeah, super short.
Like it's form fitting. There's nothing else to it besides hair.
It's
being
like little short hair.
there. Right.
And you get there and fucking Ryder says, "You need a haircut." I'm like, what the fuck, man? And go into the barber shop and it gets slightly shorter.
Really?
Yeah, seems like
a pixel?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Where you get of course you get the option to grow your hair in the barber shop.
I love that when video games allow you to go to barber shop, your hair gets longer.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of also disappointed when I played games and like I played a male character. Remember when I had long hair? And like I couldn't... The longest hair there usually was like this stupid like...
rock hair bullshit?
Not parted like down to your ears like stupid... Oh, thank you. Gave me a vitamin.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wish there were a lot more hair options in games, really.
Yeah. I wish I've had Hatsune Miku's hair in every game I played.
I'm really waiting for the game where you can just like take individual locks and like decide exactly what you want to do with it. Shrink it and enlarge it, stretch it.
That reminds me of that bullshit with Fallout 4. Where they made such a big point out character compensation, but the hair options were shit.
Oh yeah, Fallout 4's hair options sucked. I got one of the first things I downloaded. I haven't even started my modded run through of the game yet, but one of the first things I downloaded was like hair.
I know you're putting it off.
Yeah, I plan on playing Fallout 4 modded, but I'm doing everything I can to not.
We're probably not going to do a Fallout 4 playthrough on this channel.
Oh no! First off, they'd take too long.
And second of all, it'd be boring as hell.
Yeah, second to be really boring, we'd be bitching about the game the entire time. And, like, I don't know if people really want to see us bitch about games that much. I mean, if you want to see us bitch about games, by all means, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Okay, so that's Mega Man.
That's Mega Man. That's all the topics. So if you want to, like, think of anything else to say, bring it up.
I feel like I did have something to say, but I can't remember what it was.
Anything about games? Old video games, like around DuckTales, was it then?
Yeah, I said we should play DuckTales.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to play the HD remake. I want to play the real one with the bumping music.
Yeah. Sorry, but we can't really reveal our schedule right now.
Yeah, we don't. We want to. Sometimes
We
the
like to
element,
surprise
the
people.
element of surprise, especially on our one-offs, is very important because you never know what's coming down the pipe.
Yep, I agree.
It's like Christmas, a really shitty Christmas where all you get is coal, but it's different colored coals. So.
I like my brown coal.
Brown coal.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? What were we talking about just a minute ago? We were talking about Pokemon. Wesker's making a horrible face because I don't think he
give me
knew.
this tart.
I don't think he knew that this was sour candy that I just gave him.
I didn't expect sour. Sorry.
I remember one time the janitor. We were at this. We had this tree with the oranges on it. But they're sour oranges. And he took one. I gave him one. I said it's good, and I have a very high sour tolerance, and I just ate it like. Bit into it, great. It's like I compare it to biting into a very sour lemon. And I said, just give it a try. It's a little sour. It's all right. And he bit into it. He just face turns into a crumpled napkin, and he throws away the rest of it. Like, holy shit, that's horrible.
Yeah, my least favorite thing in this planet is probably sour oranges, because they're deceitful, and that's evil.
I feel like grapefruit are the most deceitful fruits.
Oh, why's that?
Because they're fruits and they look like they stay sweet, and you bite into it, it tastes like fucking turpentine.
Ugh. What I'm kind of excited for is the 3DS is probably on its way out with the Switch. So
hey, remember that bullshit Nintendo fed us? When they said, "Oh no, man, the Switch ain't replacing the Wii U."
Oh yeah, and it totally did.
And it totally did.
It's not even a year. The Switch isn't even a year old yet. And they've already decided to cancel the Wii U's. What is that? What is that called? The Miiverse.
Miiverse.
Yeah, Miiverse.
Yeah, nobody bought it. Not even Nintendo.
And that's a little harsh, I think. Like, I know the Wii U wasn't the best selling or the most loved, but at least keep it a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Don't give the Switch a year, please.
Yeah.
Before you
for the people you scanned with it, at least cut them a break.
Yeah. But regarding that, they announced that new, as they call it, quote, a new core RPG Pokemon game for the Switch.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Their stupid ice cube machine.
We know that the ice cubes are real though now.
They are real. How did we figure that out?
Definitely during Odyssey.
It was during Odyssey, but I can't remember how. And every time the Switch rumbles, I say, "Feel the ice cubes." I can feel the ice cubes in here, man.
I was actually surprised by the ice cubes.
Yeah.
It took me a while to understand, actually. How elaborate they were.
Understand what the ice cubes were?
Yeah.
What the ice cubes were?
The ice cubes worth. But that could either mean that we're going to get a brand new generation of Pokemon, obviously. Or something like Pokemon Colosseum. I'd be okay with either, but I'd prefer to see the next generation of Pokemon on the Switch. And please, for the love of God, my least favorite part about this Pokemon game is something to do with the visual aesthetics. I think the Hawaiian setting is fantastic. It makes me feel good like sunshine, right? But I don't like the character not being Shiba-fied any, for want of better words, because even in X and Y they used sort of short, cutesy version of your character in the overworld, and in this it's just full model, and when they walk they look like a fucking asshole with a stick up their urethra, trying to fucking you've seen it. I showed you.
Trying to drunkenly stagger home without letting anyone know that they're drunk.
Exactly. I miss the old cutesy Pokemon. So that's what I got to say. Also, I don't like being reminded 24/7 I'm a fucking child in this game. Because I feel like I'm a pedophile playing this fucking Pokemon game.
I only played 2 Pokemon games in my entire life.
Yeah.
At least that I owned.
One of them was Gen 2, right? Crystal.
No, one was Pokemon Yellow, which I never beat. I turned on my GameCube the other day. It's still got... The batteries still work, and the game save is still there.
So, Pokemon Yellow?
Yeah, Pokemon Yellow.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
Do you have the Game Boy player?
Huh?
You have the Game Boy player?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you said you tuned on your GameCube.
No. Oh, sorry, Game Boy. Game
Right.
Boy. They all start with game.
Do you have a game? You don't have the Game Boy player though on your.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, you don't even know what the Game Boy player is?
You mean an emulator?
No, there used to be. All right, you know the GameCube, right?
Yes.
Used to be a platform you put it on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that you put Game Boy Advance games in.
Yeah, I had that.
Do you still have it?
Probably.
All right, cool. Because that means we can play Game Boy Advance games.
I don't know where it
Oh,
is,
you can
but
play them.
I have it. Now, I wouldn't really want to play GameCube Advanced games. It's going to get really boring. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I only played Pokemon Yellow, which I never finished. And Pokemon Soul Silver, which I got to Kanto in. But I only got that game because I wanted the pedometer. Seriously, I just wanted the pedometer.
You got Soul. You don't even have a DS.
I do. It's at my other house. I left it on Mars.
I didn't even know you would have a fucking DS.
I left it on Mars. I used it. I played Brain Age. I played Cooking Mama. See, when I was there was a time before smartphones were big, and I needed something to do on the toilet. So I would play Cooking Mama on the toilet.
God, I hate smartphones.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, that reminds me that Animal Crossing came out.
Yeah, that was going to be my other point about Nintendo and how I'm glad they're finally fixing their problem.
What's that?
Remember how we turned on the Switch and saw the character icons and I said, Nintendo only cares about Mario, Zelda, a little bit of Animal Crossing, and Pokemon. Even I don't really consider Pokemon to be a Nintendo thing.
It's Game Freak.
I really consider it to be its own thing, just published by Nintendo.
And it never stops. It's always going. There's never a break.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty. Anyway,
it is Call of Duty.
So they only care about Zelda, Mario, and a little bit of Animal Crossing. The people who love Animal Crossing tell me they don't care enough. So
I haven't even tried it yet. I don't like mobile games.
Neither do I. I'm not going to try that.
I played a bit of Kingdom Hearts Key and was immediately turned off by everything about it.
The point is, I'm saying Nintendo, with the new E3 announcement that they're going to be making Metroid Prime again.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
going to be making Kirby.
Apparently that Samus Returns game is good too. The another Metroid 2 remake game.
Yeah. So that's good. I'm glad Nintendo's breaking out of their comfort zone, so to speak, even though it's their fucking IPs, but rather they're crutching on their big mainstream. You want to talk about Nintendo World?
Wait, hold on. Viewer, do you want to know what will win Vice's heart? Do you want to know what will get Vice to buy a Switch? It will be a new F-Zero game.
Yeah, baby!
Because, alright, we made this point, right? You made this point. We both made this point. I talked about this. Their excuse for not making a new F-Zero game. What is it? Why do you not make a new F-Zero game, Nintendo? Tell me.
Why not make a new F-Zero game? Nintendo said, we don't know what to do differently. We don't want to make the same game.
Nintendo wants to innovate. Of course.
Nintendo doesn't know how to make it interesting.
Meanwhile, on the Switch, what do we get? We get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Oh boy. Right after Mario Kart 7. What was different about Mario Kart 7?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing except from like a basic new game mode, mission mode. Wait, that was DS, wasn't it?
All they have to do to make people want F-Zero, they just have to do one fucking thing.
You know what my proposal is? Put a fucking boat rudder on it. What does the boat rudder do? Nothing. What is different about it? He's got a boat rudder. Good excuse to make a new game.
That's funny, but you know what I said? I said, you just need one fucking thing, and that's online multiplayer. That is it. That is all people fucking want and need. I know Nintendo sucks online. I know they've never been able to get the internet shit down. They've always been gimped and crippled when it comes to internet. They'd be behind the curve. They still would be using dial-up if they could.
How many races are in an F-Zero race on GX? Was it 32?
In a Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
What's
like 6 in a Grand Prix, I think. It might be 5. I think it's 6. And there's 3 cups, and then there's special cups.
No, there's way more racers than 6.
Oh, racers?
Yeah, racers.
Oh, I thought you meant races.
No, racers.
No, racers, there's 30.
30.
Yes, there's 30.
Imagine a racing game with 30 people. If Nintendo were to put effort into that, that could be doable.
It could be doable if they wanted to put the effort, but they don't know how to make it different. F-Zero is nothing but untapped potential.
By having it be multiplayer, it would be different.
It would be different.
because then you'd be you could live. You know what they should do?
What?
All right, no. Well, actually, this is more like we don't play many fighting games, so you probably won't get this. But have it's instead of like campaign or arcade or whatever, right? Have a separate adventure mode for F-Zero and make it like sort of like an RPG, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you buy shit for your ship. You're your own created character in the world of F-Zero, right? Make it Redline. F-Zero Redline. You're your own character.
That would be.
You get to be your own fucking what's his name? J something. JP. Yeah, be your own JP. Also watch Redline. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Anime movie.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. We watch it every E3. Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't watch it last E3, but I think that's because we missed it.
Probably. But yeah.
Come on down to our E3 celebration every year.
Was that about Nintendo Land or Nintendo World or whatever?
Oh, yeah. I said, did you want to talk about Super Nintendo World? You know, the theme park? The Bowser Burger.
Thinking. Oh, yeah! Wait, did we bring this up?
No, we didn't bring this up.
Okay. I thought we brought this up already, but...
We talked about the Bowser Burger in Luigi's Mansion, but we didn't talk anything more about that. But about the Bowser Burger. Yeah. We didn't talk about the actual park.
Okay. We are residents of Florida.
Currently.
We live within an hour, I'd say.
45 minutes.
45 minutes away from Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, they are building a Nintendo World there. Or was it California?
It's not building it yet. They've just got the concept. They're building it in Japan first.
Oh, of course.
Then in 2020. Japanese. It's not Disney. It's Universal.
It's Universal?
Yeah, it's Universal. Universal Studios.
Alright, that makes more sense.
That one place that I dragged you so many times and you were miserable.
Yeah.
That place.
So at Universal, they're making a...
It's called Super Nintendo World.
Mm-hmm.
It should be called Super fucking Mario World because that's what they're treating it like.
Yeah, alright. So like 95% of everything there is Mario. There is like... I think we saw like a dude in like a Legend of Zelda costume, but all the plans are Mario.
Everything. The rides are all Mario. The shops are all Mario.
The world itself.
The world is Mario. The fucking font for Super Nintendo World
is the Mario font.
It's the one from Super Mario World.
Which is very hilarious if you think about it.
Very telling. Very ironic. The biggest part of that 5% that isn't Mario is the fucking name being Super Nintendo World. They said they're gonna be it's not gonna be all Mario, there's gonna be other Nintendo characters walking around.
Have the space station from Prime.
That's it. That's all they fucking got. They won't do it. It's all Mario.
I'm just throwing ideas. That'd be cool.
The kids love Mario. What do you think about what does Facebook Dad think when he thinks of Nintendo? Oh, Mario! I love.
The Mario games.
The Mario games. I played that when I was in college. I love Mario. Let's go to the Mario World. Everyone's gonna call it Super Mario World because they're gonna do stupid.
Or just Mario.
Let's go to Mario Land.
No, let's go to Mario. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that. Let's go to Mario.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna be in like some other section of the park. Hey, let's go Mario. Let's go Mario.
Like it's never let's play Super Mario Brothers. It's never let's play Super Mario. It's never let's play Mario Brothers.
Yeah, it is.
Let's play Mario.
It is let's play Mario.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
They just fucking call it Mario. Forget the world. Forget the Super. Just call it Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hey guys, you have a new place to present. It's called Mario.
We mentioned this in our Luigi's Mansion playthrough, but we should get it in public now because I do have a recording of this.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, you do.
We did mention this in Luigi's Mansion, but if you never heard it, if you didn't watch that, we are convinced. At least I was. That in the restaurant at Mario, there's going to be a menu item called the Bowser Burger,
baby.
The Bowser Burger, baby.
Yeah, baby, give me some of that Bowser Burger. So our current hypothesis is that the Bowser Burger will have chilies on it.
No, jalapenos.
I'm
sorry, jalapenos.
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 Jalapeno.
I think it's gonna be like that burger I got at Denny's. It's gonna have those sliced jalapenos.
Why the fuck did you say jalapeno?
Because I say that as a joke, and now it's my actual way to say it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, it's gonna have sliced jalapenos on the
Yeah.
on the burger.
Japolinos.
Yeah, Japolino.
Japanese girls.
Japanese girls. It's gonna have Japanese girls.
Oh,
on
my
it.
favorite amputated Japanese girls.
Shut up! Shut up!
I don't like any of the amputated stuff. I'm joking.
Yeah, no inside jokes without context.
Yeah.
Especially not about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, back to Mario.
The Bowser burger.
Uh,
If it's on there, we're gonna sue Nintendo. No doubt about it. We're gonna sue
We
them.
can't sue Nintendo.
Oh, we are.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
They won't even know about this. They pull it from the realm of knowledge that we pulled it from.
Yeah, I know.
The lowest common denominator.
I know.
The bottom of the bin.
I know.
We need a cool burger that people will
But
buy.
if we're right,
eat it.
if we're right, I'm gonna fucking flip my shit.
I will also flip my shit.
Anything else you want to say about Mario World, or can I move on to another point of contention that I want to alienate our audience?
Okay, go ahead and alienate them.
All right, so you know what I remembered that I hate the most about Breath of the Wild? The worst thing ever.
What's that?
The fucking Link Gerudo costume. I'm sick and goddamn tired of Twink Link motherfucking getting raped by Ganon. I'm tired of it. It's everywhere. I have to see it every day. Wherever I go, it's
Right
there.
now, my face is just a face of horror, by the way.
Why? Why? Because I'm pushing away the people who love cosplay Twink Link, foodified bitch boy cosplay raped up.
Okay, calm down.
It makes me mad though. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Link being this teenage twink that gets.
Calm down.
He gets reamed up the ass. I miss him being a badass. You know, there was a time
Link was never a badass.
No, there was a time when Link was supposed to be you, the kid playing the game. You were Link.
Link is like 17 in this one.
He doesn't look the part. Anyway, you were supposed to be Link. You were supposed to be that kid. You were supposed to be on this grand adventure. And now it's this... Now it's just, instead of people projecting themselves on Link, now they fucking take out their tablets and draw him in the Gerudo cosplay, getting reamed up the ass. What has happened?
I think it's funny because this would have been the perfect game to do the opposite of that, which is to make him a blank slate character. Because this is supposed to be experiencing the world of Hyrule through Link's eyes, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I like the characterization they have of him though, because he always smooth talks ladies in the game, and it's really fun to see that happen. Because I like my Links having like a little bit of character, like the Wind Waker one's a bit of a he's a grouchy kind of like clumsy guy, I think.
Yeah.
He's always got like his face in like a big passing his shit scowl.
Yeah.
But also like fucking up
He
hard.
was very
and slipping
emotive.
everywhere.
He was very emotive.
Very expressive.
Yeah.
But I want to say that the part where you do cross-dress to sneak into the place of women,
Yes.
that is one of the best parts of the game.
I'm sure it is, but I don't like what people have corrupted it with.
The Gerudo town is a great place to explore.
I just remembered how much I love the stone mask.
It's like Majora's Mask in Woodenfall Island,
Mm-hmm.
where people have their own schedule in it, and they like wander around and do stuff. Not to the same extent, like you probably won't get any side quests off of it, but I followed one girl around, right? And I talked to her several times. She had different things to say as she was going to different towns, right? And I followed her until like she started like drinking, and she said, "Wait a second, you're a guy, aren't you?" And then she was like, don't worry, it's our little secret. And she talked to me about some shit about going on in the desert.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And like you climb up and you find like some motherfucking Gerudo woman, right? She's eating these watermelons. She won't stop eating. She says, don't look, or some shit, right?
Don't look at me.
And she keeps like tossing them like down the stream because what I did was I found a bunch of watermelons eaten, right, at the bottom of this mini waterfall fountain. So I climbed up, traced them as I floated down the stream, and I found her at the top of the wall after like doing some like detective work.
Oh, that's great.
And it's just like an Easter egg as far as I know, like something to do with the side quest or anything.
Don't look at me. That's great.
And it's kind of entertaining because the Gerudo in this game are like really powerful, like warrior women, like Amazon and such.
Yeah, I thought they always were.
They always were. They're really strong, right? Strong-willed, but they're really shy around guys. And it's this really really funny dynamic where there's like these tiny like manlets that they talk to, right? and they're really shy around them and don't know what to say. So I think this is actually the best use of Gerudos.
Yeah. I'm not criticizing the game. I'm criticizing the people who play the game.
I'm bothered by the Rudo. The Rito? What are they? Rito?
I can't remember.
Rudo is the princess from Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
The Zora one.
Oh, yeah.
Rito are the birds.
That explains a lot.
What?
Princess
yeah.
Rudo.
That where they got the name.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
there was a town of Rudo in... never mind.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. You ever played Legend of Zelda Link Quest for the Lamp Shade?
Oh, yeah. On Newgrounds.
You remember you played that too?
Yeah, on Newgrounds, yeah. You start in a well, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what else happens.
There's the big lamp monster blocking the entrance, and you go to McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, you go to McDonald's,
yeah.
I don't know anything else about the game.
Oh,
I think it was shorter than I hoped it was.
Oh, it was a Flash game. Of course it was short.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much a fetch quest, where you had to get one item to get another item, get another item, get another item, trade for the lampshade.
Could have been a whole lot more, though. Really cool.
At one point you get a sack full of money. And you trade it for some guy's, hate mail. I don't know, but it's a good game. It's a funny little Flash
Maybe we can play it sometime.
Yeah, we should. We should play Magic Lampshade.
But I think that kind of concludes the first podcast.
Does it? You want to end on that note?
Well, do you have any other ideas?
No, I wanted to end on more positive than me.
Shitting on Zelda?
Yeah.
Positivity is hard to find these days.
Yeah, I know. That's why we gotta dig deep and go back to older games.
Started reading JoJo Part 8, but
that's not. It's
got 4.
Can we go one?
Gappy's got 4 balls.
Can we go one goddamn episode without a JoJo reference?
Yes, I'm trying to stray away from it because I watch The Best Friends and they do it too.
Of course they do.
I don't want to just piggyback off of them.
You already piggyback off of them.
Too much, yeah. Everybody watch Super Best Friends.
Yeah. Willie, if you're out there, I don't know. I was going to say something insulting, but I'm not going to do that. I just think he has a nice name.
What is his name? Darlington? Woolington? Yeah. Darlington Madden, that's it.
Yeah, it's a great name.
It comes from Madden Town. Actual place called Madden Town.
It's fantastic.
But the problem is, all the people from, his home country are, related to him. So
yeah,
find relatives
you
everywhere.
told me this story. I don't want to repeat that story here.
Let's not talk up other YouTubers so much.
Fuck them.
For small time.
Fuck them. Anyway,
piggyback off too much.
Did we get any questions from the fine folks?
Oh, our questions, right?
Yeah, questions.
Would you like to see the sheet too?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, how about we answer Vice? What is your favorite Toho?
My favorite Toho?
Yes.
Okay, look. Why are you acting out looking at the list? They're not going to be able to see it.
Oh, because you need to see the questions.
There are no questions.
Right. We didn't get any questions, so we're making some up.
I know, but I'm asking me, why are you making me act it out? They're not going to see it.
I don't give a fuck.
Why don't you just... what was the point?
What's your favorite Toho, bitch?
You know that. It's Kogasa Tatara, the one with the umbrella. She is cool. She's an umbrella monster. Toho is a good game. I'm mad that it's on Steam now, which is stupid, because once something's on Steam, all the magic is killed. Mm-hmm. Kogasa Tatara is a haunted umbrella monster, because in Japanese mythology, if an object goes for 100 years of existence, it turns into a living, breathing being. And she's an umbrella monster, 100-year-old umbrella, and her whole business is surprising people, but she sucks at it. She's also a babysitter, because Mary Poppins reference, which is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. My favorite is either...
I know which one's your favorite.
Izuyoi.
Sakuya.
Or the dog one.
Oh, the one with the funny dog pussy?
Yeah, the one with the funny dog pussy.
The Awu girl?
Yeah, the Awu lady.
Yeah.
But I also kind of like that one, the Sleepy Neat one.
Oh, Kaguya?
I need to look at that one.
The Sleepy Neat one?
I need to research that one more.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I just like her.
Alright.
They're mostly aesthetic, from at least on my end.
I got Toho figures up here. I got Toho on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I got Toho.
On all three sides.
All three sides.
The fourth wall being locked
The
securely.
fourth wall being non-existent,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where the camera is. I got Toho over there.
In your bathroom?
No, I was pointing at the cardboard cutout.
Ah. Alright, Obama.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, how
Next
about here's
question.
a question. Vice. Why do you have a cutout of Obama?
I told you this.
No, this is for...
Fuck these people.
You heard it from Vice first, people. Fuck you, viewers.
Fart noise.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Don't do that.
the reason we have the Obama cardboard cutout is the janitor didn't know what to get me for Christmas. I didn't know what to get the janitor for Christmas, so I got us both a present because I knew we would love to have a cardboard cutout of Barack Obama.
But he didn't want to keep it?
Well, someone's got to keep it, and I think I can get in better shape than he can.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't want his friend getting drunk,
Having sex with
having
it.
sex with it. I don't
Just his roommate, like, getting drunk and finding it, like, laying on the couch. Just to put his penis inside it.
I don't want to see.
That would be too real.
I don't want, like, him to get this idea, like, oh, I know what to do. He cuts out a hole around the mouth and puts his own hole up against it and just like,
This is for mature audiences only.
for kids.
Oh boy. Any questions for me?
Hold
I
on.
think of questions for you.
Hold on, I'm farting right now.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Oh,
yeah, that's
Jesus
why I got
Christ,
the cardboard cutout. That's why I got the cardboard cutout, and it scares people. It scared Wesker. It scared me. It scared the janitor. It scares everybody. It scared Rakeem. It's fucking terrifying because it looks like a human. It's very well done.
It is very well done. Would you get that again?
Amazon.
No.
Special order came right Christmas Eve, and it was ready.
Did they have a little ribbon on his head?
No, I wish it did. Remember the time you bought me something as a gift? It came gift wrapped from Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But the viewers don't know though, so
Yeah, so I'm not gonna tell them. Anyway, questions for
it's
Wesker.
confidential information.
Questions for Wesker. Questions for Wesker. What the fuck? I don't care what you think about things. No, all right. Yes. Please tell the viewers what is your personal Burger King order. Every nuance.
All right. So every time I go to Burger King, I like to order 2 double cheeseburgers, both with no pickles.
Both with no pickles.
A 10-piece chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm. No sauce.
Right. No sauce. A large fry, and a small drink.
You need to switch to the value drink.
I do because
It's.
I just always forget it
It's
exists.
80 cents cheaper and only like 4 ounces less.
Next time I go, you need to remind me.
I will remind you. Then you get. What else do you get? What do you drink?
That's all I get, though.
No, what do you drink?
What do I drink?
Yeah, what do you drink?
Root beer when I can.
Mhm.
If not, Dr. Pepper. If not, Coke.
Cherry Coke.
Yeah.
And what do you grab? And what do you always ask for?
Ketchup. Always ask for a lot of ketchup.
A lot of ketchup.
I need at least 6 packages of ketchup.
A lot of ketchup. That is Wesker's personal Burger King order.
That's my vice, ketchup.
It's true. And chicken.
Yeah. If I had a lot more money, I'd probably order an original chicken sandwich instead of 10 chicken. I probably ordered both.
Yeah,
What am I
you
saying?
Probably would order both.
Yeah.
Remember when we went to Chick-fil-A and they also claimed to have the original chicken sandwich? It's like, remember what chicken sandwich used to be on the receipt? Cock sand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Burger King, they used
Burger
to
King's
put
receipt. When
cock sand.
chicken sandwich was listed as cock sand.
C-O-C-K space S-A-N-D.
No, it wasn't C-O-C-K. It was C-C-K.
Oh, okay.
S-N-D.
My bad.
Cock sand.
The cock sand.
Oh, that's fantastic. But they don't do that anymore.
What a shame.
Yeah. They brought back ices, which I'm happy about. Even though they got rid of all...
I forgot they even brought back ices.
They get rid of all the shit I like. I love the cheesy tots, gone. I love the Cheetos stuffed loaded cheese things, gone. They're bringing Flamin' Hot ones in now.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay. Flaming Hot what again?
Remember the big stuffed Cheetos?
They bring in Flaming Hot stuffed macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Could work.
I guess, yeah.
I'm
I prefer the original.
I'm going to try it.
But they're not having the original back?
No.
What?
They're idiots.
They should do both.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are. I just don't think they are.
How do you know they're doing this?
Because I saw a picture of it.
Oh. Leaked?
No, I think it was like on their Twitter or something.
Oh. Get ready for our
Remember
spicy...
when fucking Burger King made a big deal throwing shade at Wendy's saying, ha Wendy's, we got the spicy chicken nuggets, duty face, stinky Wendy's, stinky Mitchell's house. And then a month later they're gone.
Yeah.
What is the goddamn point? Don't play this shit up so much.
I really don't like Burger King like cycling things out
so quickly.
I'm glad they cycle things in. Like, I actually really like their hot dogs.
Yeah, I like their.
I hate grilled hot dogs for the most part. I enjoyed those. They weren't good, but they weren't bad too.
They were all right.
I like having
They're
hot
the only
dogs.
place you get a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't like a sit-down restaurant.
Or a gas station.
I
hate getting.
Remember those
gas
hot dogs
station
we got at that one restaurant where we got the clam chowder, and they were just swimming in grease.
Oh yeah, there was that hot dog.
And I don't know what the fuck the waiter guy was thinking, because he brought them out and looked at the hot dog and said, "I think I'm gonna get me one of those."
Really?
Yeah, he said that.
What a fucking idiot. that was not a good hot dog.
They were fucking swimming in grease. We gotta go to it. There's a new restaurant here we gotta go to.
Oh, what is it?
I don't really know how to explain it, but the old place, the place that was there before, went out of business because everything was swimming in grease. But
Was
the new
it
place
that place your grandparents like to go to?
My grandparents are dead.
No, I mean the one they like to go to.
Which one?
The place that we went in was all dusty, and I was like, I don't like this place. And like you stacked a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
they had, like
that
chalk.
Who's that one?
Is that one?
Chalk?
Yeah, they had like a chalked up blackboard.
Yeah, I guess so. I do remember. This was the restaurant where we went in and got insulted. All right, because Wesker looks like a homeless Vietnam veteran, but
Currently,
especially at that time when your hair was long.
yeah.
And we go into this restaurant, and this very short Napoleon complex waiter woman takes us to our seats and sits us down and says, "What do you guys want to drink? Water?" Bitch! Bitch! And you said root beer with no ice. I'm like, I'll have the same.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you don't remember anything, but I remember this because I was pissed off that how dare you? How dare you insinuate that we're poor and or cheap?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am.
I just dress lazily because I'm not trying to impress anyone right now in my life.
So miss me with that shit, man. Don't fucking act like I'm poor. No tip. Every time I tried to get you. I kept trying to explain cryptically that I was going to not give a tip. I kept saying this restaurant is like a circumcised penis, and
I think I remember this.
You kept trying to use the medical terminology. What? No hood?
Yeah. It's missing its hood.
You said it's missing its hood. I'm like, no, it's no hood. No.
It ain't got dick cheese.
No, Wesker. No. What do you do at a restaurant? Eat?
Eat? Yeah.
Damn it, Wesker. No tip. There's no tip.
Oh, God. So you want to leave on that note?
Yeah, that's a good note to leave off on.
Well, yeah, any more questions for me?
I don't know.
Did you have any questions to begin with?
No. I thought we were going to...
What question did you ask me a question? What was it?
Huh?
Oh, we'll just rewatch the fucking footage.
What footage?
This footage.
What?
We're
I asked you
recording
your
this.
Burger King footage.
Oh, right.
I asked you what your Burger King
Burger King
was.
fetish.
I guess I'll ask you one more question.
Okay.
I don't know. Give me a topic and I'll work around it.
Video games.
Video games. Shit. Why is your taste in video games so bad? No. What was your first console?
First console I played on, first console I owned that was
Both.
mine, or first console my family owned?
Both.
First console I ever played on was the one that my family owned, was the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Mm-hmm.
My first video game was Super Mario Brothers, followed by Duck Hunt, followed by The Legend of Zelda.
That was good classic. That was the classic.
Yep, I even had the zapper and stuff.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. I still
Great
have it.
game.
Still have it. Doesn't work anymore. TVs don't work that way anymore.
That's why people saw those CRT TVs. You always complain about people keeping them.
I don't complain about people keeping them.
You
I feel
don't?
like they just like get a little too uppity about it.
I don't know. And my third game was Legend of Zelda. My favorite was that game is probably one of my favorites of all time. Probably my favorite in the series, the original. Great game.
My favorite was Steamed Hams for the Atari.
Okay. And my first console that I owned that was my own was the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite, which is my favorite console.
I don't know what to ask you. Your life's so... I know you. I know all these
Yeah.
things. Your life is so boring. I don't even know what to ask.
And my first console I bought with my own money was a PlayStation 4.
And everything I want to ask is such a touchy subject. Shit.
I think that's 2 questions for me, 2 questions for you.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's good.
Yeah, but I thought that was like a weak question. I want something that has a good send-off. No hood?
No problem.
No hood, no problems. I guess just ask me a question because you know I'll bullshit it.
Okay. Why did you paint your walls?
Why did I paint my walls?
Like that?
I was bored. Because I wanted to have some Toho shit on the walls. I also wanted to take up painting before I realized I suck at it.
Did you watch it dry?
No, I didn't. I actually spilled an entire bucket of paint on this carpet.
Yeah.
It was purple paint too, but you can't even see it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I got it all out. But entire bucket of purple paint.
What was your first video game console?
The first video game console was the NES. My first game that I remember, it was probably Super Mario Brothers, but the one that was the most iconic for me was Kirby's Adventure, which is still one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But I did have the Zapper, and when I was a kid, I was a bitch because
yeah.
I could not shoot the ducks in Duck Hunt. I could only play the skeet shooting. Because I just couldn't kill those ducks, man. It was too brutal.
I could, but I didn't do a good job at it.
It was too... No, I mean, like, I couldn't morally kill them.
Oh, you couldn't?
I couldn't ethically kill them. I was too distraught about killing the ducks.
Here's a fun story about me. I don't know if the janitor ever told you this, but he was my childhood friend. We met each other in first grade. Mm-hmm. And I used to have an actual fear of blood. Uh-huh. Like, I could not look at blood. It would, like, turn my stomach. I could not handle it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to play any violent video games because I was afraid there was going to be blood in them, right? And he used to go to Halloween Horror Nights all the time. Mm. And so he got this, you know the director, right?
Yeah.
He got a cup, plastic cup with, like, this pink shitty jelly. So it looks like whenever, you know, like, within the walls of the cup. Mm-hmm. So it's like whenever you drink something, you're drinking this... You're supposed to be drinking blood, but it's this pink bullshit that doesn't even look like blood. Yeah. So I wouldn't look at this cup. So he would always like tease me with it and like try to get me to look at it. I'm like, no, I'm not looking at the cup. And then after a while, like it wasn't even that. Like we decided to play. I think it was Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance probably on the GameCube. And like we sat down and he started beating the shit out of someone. Blood started flying out of him. He's like, and I was like, hey, that's not so bad. That's how I got over my fear of blood.
Nice.
And now you know, like, I am actually a little too much into gore.
It's weird. I had
and violence a little bit.
Of blood, but StarCraft, especially when you kill the Zergians, there's a lot of blood, and I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. But I was I have this moral, ethical thing that really messes me up because I cannot in like games and like war games. I really hate to let my dudes die. I really fight to minimize casualties. And I think that makes me a good strategic guy because I'm so dependent on making sure my guys do not die unnecessarily.
I guess, yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm a fucking retard because I'm too nice to the AI. When I'm trying to play Civ 5, I need to go to war with this person, but they're listed as friendly. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't betray their trust. It's like, it's a fucking AI, man. And when I was a kid in Harvest Moon, if my animal died, I fucking cried, man.
Oh, man.
I was fucking...
I cried when my chow died in Sonic 2.
I was broken up about it. I was busted up. My fucking mom had to say, dude, it's pixels, man. Calm down.
I used to
the
play...
animal's not real.
I used to play a Game Boy Advance game, Pets Dogs, and also Nintendogs, like on the DS. And that shit would really pull at my heartstrings.
It make me sound like a bit. I can't eat animal crackers.
Really?
Yes.
I had a problem when I played Animal Crossing. I'd get too anxious to return to ever play again because I didn't want to see my town full of weeds and people be like, "Where'd you been?"
Oh,
so like I didn't want to be guilted.
I was terrified of Mr. Rossetti.
Oh yeah.
Because I do not do confrontation well. I do not do it well when someone's reaming my ass saying, "You fucking retard! You fucking fuck this! How dare you? How dare you do this?"
Mm-hmm. Back on the blood thing, I think I have like some like serious mental issues I don't really think about, which are I think I have this weird. I think trauma gets to me weird because like, remember we talked about I don't know how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
You do still.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was learning, like I actually was a quick learner back when I was a kid, but I fell once and I never did it again. I'm pretty sure the reason I was afraid of blood was because I scraped my knee once, and I was obsessed with avoiding it from seeing blood ever again. and something kind of bad happened like a year ago. And with the car crash recently, like 2 months ago, like I'm in the situation where I'm doing everything I can so I'm not in that same situation because every time I think about it, it gives me crazy like worry, anxiety, whatever, you know?
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was at my friend's house a long time ago, and we were playing Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and we were kids, so we'd roughhouse back then. And somehow I busted open my knee on like a sharp edge. But what bothers me is what bled out wasn't red. It was like orange. Really weird.
Strange.
Must have hit it at the joint, and some kind of weird plasma joint fluid mixed with blood came out. It was like orange. Really weird.
It is weird.
Because plasma is yellow, blood is red. Red, yellow, and orange. I don't know why my knee was bleeding orange, but that's what happened.
I have a traumatic memory. Well, not maybe traumatic, but it's something similar like that. Where I remember exactly what was going on. It was bath time, right, for me.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching Robot Jones on Cartoon Network. And I somehow tripped, and I saw a lot of blood, and it's like imprinted into my mind.
What does Robot Jones have to do with this?
No, I remember what I was watching, what I was doing, where I was, like the placement of furniture at the
I
time.
couldn't watch Robot Jones after one scene.
You couldn't?
Because there was a scene where he is, he's terrified going in the shower because he's a robot, he's going to rust. And it's just like, it's this
It was the first episode of the premiere, by the way.
horror movie scene where Robot Jones goes in the shower. His lifeless husk just like scare cord. Dun! His lifeless husk skeleton just slams forward out of the smoke. It's like, holy shit, man! What kind of fucking cartoon is this? Fuck that shit. I like how they redid that whole cartoon. They changed his entire voice.
Really?
His first voice was like Microsoft Sam, but then they replaced him with a kid.
I don't remember because that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a she cartoon anyway. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? What indeed? What indeed ever happened to Robot Jones?
What is Robot Jones even?
But who
I don't
cares?
remember.
Oh, he was some like model kid robot. He had
Blonde friends?
robot parents. He rolled
Normal
around with a
school.
Repo Man Terminator guy. And that show introduced you kids to how work would ruin their lives because Robot Jones got a job to get money, to get quarters for arcade games.
Yeah.
But the thing is, after a day on the work, he was too fucking tired to play the game, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Man, way to break that spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey
Too
kids,
real.
you'll never have fun again. Because once you can afford it, you won't have time.
Remember, kids, love your youth because you will die spiritually when you become an adult.
Yeah.
And with that light note, I think we should call this a session.
Yes, I would call this the first annual Martian Knights podcast.
Annual.
Thank you for joining us in
Thank
the
you for
Martian
joining
Knights
us.
arcade room.
Feel free to have some of my chicken. I don't know if I can finish it all.
If you have any,
It's not a chicken sandwich, so.
If you have any questions, please forward them to our Twitter account or leave a YouTube comment or message us on Discord, because I know whoever's watching this knows how to contact us.
Yes.
If you don't, you probably know someone who does.
If you don't know how to contact us, we love you for finding our channel.
Yes, please. You are our biggest. We are your biggest fan.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for joining in. We'll catch y'all later.
These are the Martian Knights signing off.